and 1 million teachers of color.
You're listening to the new 101.7 The Truth, founded in partnership with Associated Bank. Your money works here. 101.7 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Psst, we bought that action.
The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
Did you ever think that you would be in this position right now where your daughter would have some way lose her life?
I didn't want to believe it. All the times I called, sometimes the phone would ring and ring and ring for days. I didn't want to know that she had successfully committed suicide.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we're staying in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. Like, they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the lines, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, wow.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Speak up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering, awesome. Where's Tory? Like,
tell Tony, all aboard. It's okay to jump on the love train.
I'm not jumping on the love train.
We might got a couple seats left. left.
Listen, he ain't going to be, Jordan Love will not be the starter in 5 years.
Trash. That's a trash.
That's just my take.
Now you're trying to string it out.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Well, I'll need some apologies from the staff of 101.7.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. I think the line's messing up. Hey, Eddie. Oh, I guess something happened with Eddie.
Up, boy. And they have an agenda, and the agenda is a satanic one. I don't know why people don't talk about it. You can't talk.
Yo, they just empty.
I want to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cups. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm.
Now, live from American Family Insurance Studio at Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah.
Yeah, Milwaukee, stand up, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready, we ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action.
And but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's Taco Tuesday.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Thank you for joining me this July 1st, 2025. We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Look, we got a lot going on. We got a lot to talk about on today's show. Salute to everybody that's joining in the chat. Kawana Not Really a City Girl in the chat. Salute to everybody joining me out there in Radio Land. Salute to Jeff joining me in the chat. I'm going to tell you this. It's been amazing. This summer has been an amazing summer. This is probably one of the best summers that I've been having, because I'm starting to get involved in certain things that I've never got involved in. Like during my advocacy, I was just going house to house, helping people. Now, I'm starting to work a little bit more with organizations that, I see over the years that have been consistent. So I'm starting to like that. I'm starting to enjoy working with organizations that are consistent. Now, I'm not talking about just any old organizations. I'm not talking about folks that I never seen. I'm talking about I've seen these people over a period of time, and and when I deal with things, I just want a solution. I don't have to agree with your religious beliefs, your political beliefs. I don't have to agree with what gender you think you is. I don't have to do that to get work done. That's personal. And we're working on community. So when it's time for community, I'm with that. I'm with all of the community stuff. Now, when it get personal, I may not come by your house, to hang out like that. I might not do nothing like that. But if we're working in the community, I'm with that. Like, I don't care what you believe, what you think, how you talk, how you act. If we can get some stuff done, that's what's up. That's where we at. That's why when I say everybody do a little, ain't nobody got to do a lot. And if you doing your little, I don't care what you believe in or think politically or nothing like that. I just need you to do the little to contribute to the overall betterment of what we're trying to do as a community. So this summer has been amazing because I'm starting to get involved with people, ideas, groups. I'm having conversations about what can we do. I already know what ain't been going on. We already know that. So let's flip the page and see what can we do. Sincere, Ronnie Ray, Real in the chat, Mad Ape in the chat, Mad Bape in the chat. So all I'm saying is this is just a beautiful time where we can make the adjustments. I know a lot of things are going wrong. A lot of people are discussing a lot of the tougher elements in the community that we're facing, but these tough elements have always been there. I think that they're getting worse, but they just always been there. Tomorrow is always going to be something. Right when you think that you have seen it all, you're going to look on the news tomorrow and be like, oh, wow. Why? Because somebody always trying to take it to that next level. Even when you think it can't go no worse, it can get worse. It goes worse. And so Our job as regular people, as citizens, as people that are trying to contribute to make things better, is to find what can be done. Instead of wasting a lot of energy and arguing back and forth, what can we do that can make a difference? That's where I'm at right now. That's where my energy is right now. So when people want to stand there and talk for hours and we don't do nothing, you're wasting my time. Have you ever went to work out at the gym and spent more time talking than working out? You know, somebody's standing there, next thing you know, y'all talking, and you really don't get the reps in that you need to get in, and you really don't really do what you came there to do because you started talking. Have you ever did that, DJ Brother Z?
No. If and when I ever do go to the gym, which is rarely never, I'm always having headphones on, which is a universal sign of do not talk to me.
Oh, you got the headphones on. Yeah. So that means don't mess with me.
Yep.
Yeah. I wish that was the case for me, because every time I go to the gym, I got headphones on. People still gonna tap me on the shoulder to ask me questions about stuff. But what I'm saying is, this is where we got to be. What can we do? And that's a powerful space to be in, because now, no matter what we don't agree on, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter anymore. Why? Because now we're going to just focus on what we can do together. Maybe it's me and you can get together and cut some grass. This lady down the street ain't got her grass cut. Well, we ain't got to have the same belief system to go get the grass cut. I got the lawnmower, you got the gasoline. I'm going to cut the front part of the house, you cut the back part. Done. I'll see you next time somebody need their grass cut. Maybe you the grass cut person. Maybe you the person that can organize with the youth. Maybe you the person that can organize with the schools. Maybe you another person over here can do something else. You got to find your niche. You got to find where you can contribute and get that done. You know what? You know when I know somebody ain't gonna do nothing? Is when the conversation lasts more than 10 to 15 minutes. I already know. Because most people who get stuff done, they just, what time? What we got to do, what I got to bring. That's it. What do I got to do? What time? Okay, that's it. It's not rocket science. But this is where we at. This is why I say it's never been a better time for the people to take action, especially when things are not going right. This is the best time to get involved because there's so much that need to be done. And nobody's going to argue with what you're trying to do if you're getting it done. We have a problem as people. We need somebody to come and tell us where we fit in. We got problems because you don't understand your gift. You don't understand your superpower. Everybody was born with a gift to give to the world. And if you horn in on the gift that you were given, your natural gifts and talents, it'll help the world. It'll help everybody else around you. But where we go wrong is we're watching somebody else. We want to be like someone else. We want to do what somebody else is doing. And I always say, what are you going to do? What do you have that we can do together? That's it. Simple. And if we can get that together and put those superpowers together, we might have something, DJ Brother Z. We might have something. And my question of the day, that goes with my question of the day. And when I'm done, because we got guests coming in, we got guests, I like to have the young people come through. We have a Little League football team coming through. We got to get engaged. I got a lot of young people that listen to the show. And these youth football leagues, these youth basketball leagues, these teams where these young men are learning the discipline, sometimes these teams, these youth leagues are where they get the mentorship that they need, where they can get the discipline that they need through sports, because they may not have a man in the house. They may not have a father figure around. So that was a part of my life. So when y'all see me do that, when y'all see me bring in the young people, that's because that's how I got to where I am today. I just seen Coach Oshie at Juneteenth. I used to call him Coach Brown. He changed his name to Oshie. But that was my youth coach, my youth football coach. And he was one of my first mentors. And I'm telling you right now, you need people that can deal with the youth in whatever form. So when I bring my youth in, I don't care if it's 200 of them, I'm going to bring them in the studio. You know why? Because I was one of those kids where I needed to have a youth program where one of the mentors, in my case, Oshie, formerly known as Coach Brown, when I seen him at Juneteenth, all I could do is hug him. All I could do is say thank you. Because he taught me my earlier years of discipline as a child. Learning how to play football, learning how to stay disciplined, working me out, having me run back and forth and taking me through the drills. And when I would get home to grandma's house, I'd be worn out and tired and sleep. I couldn't give grandma no problem because I was sore from working out at the football practice. But these are important things that we cannot ignore when it comes to the community. These are the people that go in the shadows. Matter of fact, we got people that's coaching the NPS, and they wasn't even getting a check. They wasn't even getting a check. These are people that would do it without a check, but if you were part of a structure and they say they're going to give you a check and you don't get it, that's discouraging. Because many times when you're working with the youth, you got to come out of your own pocket. They'll never pay you enough to help people because it goes beyond the sport. Sometimes you got to take folks home. Sometimes the kids come in and they ain't got no food, so you got to have snacks. You got to counsel. You got to deal with the peer pressure ideas that they bring into you when you're a coach, when you dealing with young people. They ain't never pay you enough money to do that. So when I got my platform, I said I would bring these people to the forefront. I would bring these people so people can hear who they are and what can we do to help them. I understand what I'm saying, Truth Nation. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Salute to all the mentors out there. Salute to all of the people that dare to take on the challenge of dealing with these young people. Because they need you. They need you. Yeah, it's discouraging. Some of the things you're seeing, I'm discouraged at some of the stuff that I'm seeing. But at the same time, you are the light. You are the light in their lives. You're probably the only person that they can talk to about what's going on in their lives. So salute to anybody that have taken on the task of trying to deal with the young people. Thank you. And you are appreciated. I needed somebody like you. And look what happened. Look where I'm at now. I needed a stranger to come along as a mentor and provide guidance. So I thank you. If nobody haven't told you, I thank you. I appreciate you, Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe care. Tory Lowe, thank you. And Tory Lowe needed that service. Hey, look, when we come back, we going to get into the show, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Good Karma Brands would like to send out a big congratulations to Tory Lowe. Tory recently received a proclamation from both the city of Milwaukee and Milwaukee County. So going forward, July 5th will now be recognized as Tory Lowe Day. Tory's activism, advocacy, and hard work makes Tory more than deserving of this recognition. Tory's family at 1017 The Truth celebrate Tory for always being about that action. And we know this is just the beginning, and there is so much more to come as a result of Tory's efforts and leadership. Congratulations again, Tory.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. The Pella Experience Center in Brookfield lets you see, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of windows and door options from 7 different Pella lines side by side. A friendly expert can go over Pella's endless possibilities for all price ranges, from colors to hardware to custom designs, ensuring you get the best possible look for your home. Pella truly believes that quality windows and doors don't have to be expensive. With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the U.S., you get the look you want at a price you can afford. Stop by soon, because if you order by July 31st, you can get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Certain restrictions apply. Visit the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. It's off Blue Mound Road, kitty corner to Cops, or schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Summer in Milwaukee is nonstop. Festivals, live music, and fresh city vibes fill the season you already know. From world-famous cultural celebrations to hidden gem street fairs, every neighborhood is a stage, alive with handcrafted traditions, homegrown talent, and world-class entertainment. Music, flavor, culture, whenever you visit, the Cream City is ready to celebrate. This summer, don't just visit. Make sure you experience Milwaukee, the city of festivals.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Hurt by a truck? Call Gruberg Offices. One call, that's all.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The Truth, Tory Lowe Show, DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. It's July 1st. Where the year going, DJ Brother Z? It is July 1st. It is July 1st. Also, we'll be having the eating challenge at the 3rd Street Market Hall. It's going to be powerful. We got on the July 3rd, we'll be at the 3rd Street Market Hall at 5 o'clock. This is when the eating challenge is happening. We have the hot dog eating contest. We have the pie eating challenge. We have the hot wing challenge. And we have the chug contest. It starts at 5 p.m. Get down here. We may have some contestants, room for some contestants. Go to 3rd Street Market Hall if you want to be one of the contestants for the food eating challenge. I would just talk to somebody from the 3rd Street Market Hall. We may still have some openings for some of the challenges, go to thirdstreetmarkethall.com and register if you want to be a part of the challenge. Also, we have July 5th, Tory Lowe Day. Now, I'll be making an announcement tomorrow about what we're going to be doing on the 5th if you want to gather. So I'll do that tomorrow. I'll be talking about that. I've been waiting to try to see what I truly wanted to do because usually I don't celebrate. Usually I'm not big on celebrations like that. I'm just trying to do the work. And sometimes if I'm at somewhere where it's quiet and calm and not a lot of chaos, I'm at peace. So if I'm down there by the lake, relaxing with my lemonade, hey, sometimes that's powerful. Self-care. If I'm somewhere practicing self-care, I'm good, but we're going to do something for Tory Lowe Day. For those that want to come out, I'm going to have the information tomorrow. If you want to stop through, say hi, take some pictures. We're going to have some fun. Also, it's a story that I wanted to talk about. A surveillance footage reveals a moment where a tennis ball exploded. Video captures a tennis ball bomb blast on Milwaukee's South Side neighborhood. And somebody had made a tennis ball that exploded, and some weird is always happening for the last couple days. But I want to talk about this story. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. We got video. Let's listen.
New video of a startling explosion that rattled a South Side neighborhood.
Yeah, so the explosion believed to be from a homemade tennis ball bomb. It happened late Saturday night near 33rd and Pabst Avenue, near Forest Home. 12 News' Nick Bohr joining us there live.
And Nick, the blast damaged a vehicle and several garages.
Right, you can see some of the damage to this garage here where the car was parked in front of these pockmarked holes, all from bits of tennis ball that were projected during that explosion. They look like this. They're scattered all across the alley, and it was all captured on video. In a dark alley just before 11 Saturday night, a Honda Pilot comes to a stop. A passenger gets out, appears to place something on a parked car, and drives off.
It was very loud.
As that something detonates.
My husband was in the garage where we have gas tanks, and if it would have been any closer, we could have had a serious issue. I would have lost my husband.
As it is, Brittany Ortiz-Judich came out of the house to find her car heavily damaged.
There were pieces of tennis balls everywhere. They caused damage to our vehicle. This is our family vehicle. They also caused damage to our garage and to the neighbor's garage, and everyone is pretty shook up about it around here.
Ortiz-Judich has spent the last 2 days gathering video, one showing the same Honda Pilot on nearby Pabst Avenue just before turning into her alley.
I have no idea who would want to do this. This seems very random. I'm not sure who could possibly have done this.
Milwaukee police responded collecting evidence and in their report referred to the tennis ball bomb as, quote, an illegal firework. The ATF has in the past issued warnings about the homemade devices.
Can be lethal, absolutely.
They classify the tennis ball explosives as, quote, an illegal destructive device. Ortiz-Judich can attest to their destructive capability.
The makeshift bomb was thrown where we believe right here, and the impact had completely bent this, and somehow it got underneath the hood.
That's not
Just
a firework.
really
That's
extensive damage there, Nick. Do police have any idea who did this?
Not yet, but we know there were at least 2 people in that vehicle, the driver and the passenger, who hopped out right here and put that explosive device on the car that was parked right here. Of course, there's always a lot of reports about illegal fireworks this time of year leading up to the 4th of July. This clearly, though, was something more dangerous, something very different than your common firework, and police are certainly asking for the public's help in trying to identify who did this.
And 2 big questions. Who?
That was a grenade, DJ Brother Z. I mean, a tennis ball that can do that much damage, I wouldn't call that a tennis ball. It's something that looked like it got the tennis ball look. But that was a grenade almost, where if it can do that kind of damage. And salute to the family, for telling the story or coming forward with the story. because that could have been somebody could have been majorly hurt from that situation. So thank God that nobody was hurt. But the tennis ball, y'all got to be careful. It's a lot of things going on, so I want to bring that to y'all attention. So if y'all see a tennis ball outside by the house, run. Because if you ain't playing tennis, it shouldn't be there. If you ain't got no tennis balls, if y'all ain't involved in that sport, step back. Keep your head on a swivel. Hey, look, when we come back, we will have the Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Why did Old National Bank decide to create this program?
You know, it was something that was near and dear to the heart of our chairman and CEO, Jim Bryant. Jim wanted us to do more in the African-American communities, more with minority-owned businesses. So he approached Roland Shelton, who was my boss in Evansville, Indiana, and said, Roland, we need to do more. We need to create a program that's going to allow individuals, minority-owned businesses, women-owned businesses to access capital a lot better than traditionally we've been doing. And so we created the Empowerment Loan Program 2 years ago.
And for those that are now leaning more into this conversation, what's the best way to get in contact with you as part of their interest in the Empowerment Loan Program?
I'm going to give you my cell phone number to the listeners. It's 414-687-7393. And if that doesn't work, feel free to reach me at my email, tracy.meeks@oldnational.com.
Tracy Meeks, Senior Vice President, Community Lending Market Executive from Old National Bank.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Tory Lowe with his truth.
As I reflect on my journey, I'm reminded of God's blessings and guidance. I've been fortunate enough to accomplish some remarkable feats, including walking 750 miles from Milwaukee to Washington, D.C. in honor of the Civil Rights Movement. I also walked against violence from Milwaukee to Chicago and back for 7 consecutive years. My feet are still recovering, but my spirit remains strong. I've been privileged to advocate for victims of police brutality, search for missing persons, and participate in numerous protests. Last year, I was honored to visit the White House with my colleagues from 1017 The Truth to discuss pressing issues in the Black community with the Biden administration. Throughout my broadcasting career, I've received several first-place Wisconsin Broadcast Association awards for the Tory Lowe Show. I've also had the opportunity to be part of ESPN 94.5's Packer pregame show at Lambeau Field. As I look back, I am grateful for the incredible journey. Salute to my brothers and sisters on the front lines. And thank you for your tireless efforts and dedication. We're in this together, and I could not have done anything without the love and support of my community. I want to remind you to keep pushing forward, stay vigilant, keep your head on a swivel, green don't always mean go, and look both ways before you cross the street. And always look out for one another. In 2025, we still got a lot of work to do. God bless you, and I love you.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Tory Lowe Show weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. NBA free agency is off and running. The Milwaukee Bucks making headlines this morning, agreeing to a 4-year, $107 million deal with free agent center Miles Turner. At the same time, the Bucks also releasing guard Damian Lillard and stretching out the remaining of his contract in order to make the move for Turner. Milwaukee also agreeing to a handful of 2-year deals with multiple players, Kevin Porter Jr., Taurean Prince, and Gary Harris. And lastly, over to Major League Baseball, where the Brewers will begin a 3-game series on the road in New York to take on the Mets. That first pitch tonight is scheduled for 6:10. Freddie Peralta expected to get the start for the Brew Crew. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, it's time to start jamming with juice. This is the Pop Culture Report with Carrie Noni and Ben Jammin on the Tory Lowe Show. Tap in to see what's trending today on Pop Culture Report.
Seven the Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Ben Jammin.
It is amazing.
And Carrie Noni Juice World in studio.
Yeah, I was keeping it juicy, y'all.
Hey. It's been a while.
It has.
What's happening then?
What's happening then?
Hey, look, it's a lot going on with the Bucks.
Oh my gosh.
We need an update because a lot of this happened today.
Yeah, a lot of things have been happening today. I don't know what it is about July 1st. Maybe because it's Ben Zad's birthday that he's spicing things up when it comes to the Bucks.
Be on the grave.
But I'm gonna try to let y'all know all the things that I've seen popping off. Shout out to ESPN Milwaukee because I'm on their Instagram page right now to kind of talk about who we have and who we don't as of right now. So the very first one that came through obviously was Bobby Portis is coming back. That happened about 2 days ago.
Shout out to Bobby.
Yeah, shout out to Bobby.
Bobby.
Okay, I like that. I bet he's listening right now. So he signed a 3-year, $44 million contract to return, right? Then we found out that Kevin Porter Jr., he agreed to a 2-year, $11 million extension. So we're getting KPJ back.
That was a good deal.
Okay.
Brook Lopez, he got signed to a 2-year deal with the Los Angeles Clippers. So we no longer have Brook.
The Clippers.
Yep.
Brook Lopez is going to the Clippers.
Oh, wow.
Brook Lopez is going to the Clippers.
Salute.
I'm not going to lie.
I'm going to salute him on his journey.
Yeah, congratulations to Brook. He's been holding us down for a very long time, but I can't wait to see the next big man we get.
Yes.
All right, we need another big man.
So 17 hours ago, they let us know Torian Prince is coming back. So we got Torian Prince.
Okay, TP, yeah.
We're keeping Gary Trent Jr. He's back on a 2-year deal.
Okay.
And the most breaking news, well, one of the most breaking news that we had today when it comes to the Bucks, we got free agent center Miles Turner, who agreed to a 4-year, $107 million deal.
Wait, Miles Turner.
He was on the Pacers.
Does he play PG?
What do you mean, does he play PG?
Is he the point guard?
He's a center.
He's a center.
Oh, never mind. My bad.
He was in Indiana.
I'll fall back.
But they said that he didn't really show up in the playoffs like he was supposed to.
Right.
And a lot of people is knocking him for his performance in the playoffs.
I will say people are very excited about Miles Turner coming onto the team. However, for Miles Turner, we had to give up a big piece of our team, you guys. And we had to let go, and we waived Damian Lillard, and we're stretching the remaining $113 million on his contract to acquire Miles Turner. So Dame is now a free agent. Yeah, we had to get rid of Dame. But then we got more news coming up, you guys. So
here we go.
Wait,
let me stop. Let me pause right here.
Talk about Dame. Talk about Dame.
Just a little second. Let me give me a little.
Because Dame had a crazy two years.
But Dame came in going through a divorce.
Right.
So that was something that was going on.
Away from his kids.
He had Ben out here harassing him about Glorilla.
Yes, I did. I was doing that.
Ben was harassing him.
Bucks Media Day.
And then ultimately he had the Achilles tear.
And the blood clots.
So a lot of that kind of hampered him in his journey with the chemistry between him and Giannis.
Yeah. I just hate that it had to end up that way with him leaving, because I know it was hard for him to leave Portland and the team he was already on, because he was there for how many years? That was his only team he was on before. And I know he was there for years and years and years. I don't have the exact number, but for him to come to the Bucks and then only have 2 seasons here and this is how it ends, is now you're just like a free agent. And yeah, we're going to be paying him, but I don't know. They put out a statement. Do I have the statement? I don't know where the statement went. But pretty much his management team was saying this is a good position for Dame because he's able to still get paid right now and really figure out what his options are while he stays at home with his family and his kids and recovers and rehabs and he can heal.
And he can come back and he's free to choose whatever team he wants.
Yes.
That's real, man.
So,
that is the best thing for Dame. I mean, I said this before. I actually said this on Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks. You know, a lot of people were talking about the Achilles injury tear that happened with Damian Lillard and then Tyrese Halliburton. And, you know, when it came down to Jason Tatum. And I was telling everybody, I don't want to go too far down a rabbit hole, but when you line up the numbers 0-0-0, that means the shot clock is up. That means the game is over.
Oh, wow.
So who knows? This might be Damian Lillard's last time playing. This may
Don't
be
say that.
Tyrese Halliburton, and it might be Jason Tatum's.
What the heck? Don't say that.
The thing is, you know, look at Kevin Durant. Once you have the Achilles tear, that's not it. You can still be effective.
Kobe came back after it.
And so you can still be effective.
At an older age.
But you need time.
Right.
And you need time to heal.
Right.
And many times when you're in a situation like Dame was in, you may have been on the clock to where, okay, we need you back by a certain time, or you don't get that time to heal. So at this point, he can take his time, build himself back up. He's still got at least 4 years of NBA time to really try to be effective. I say Dame is good for at least 20 points a game, at least. So he still can find his way onto a team, maybe a winning team at this point, to where he can actually challenge for a championship.
They said that there are a lot of NBA teams who are looking at him like they want him. He's not washed up. Even though he ain't going to be playing for like a year or so, he's not washed. There are a lot of NBA teams who want him. Maybe he'll finally get to go to Miami. I don't know. But
Kevin Durant, once he had the Achilles tear, the one thing I can say, and I was talking to somebody about this, he became a journeyman. Like every other year, they'd be moving him around, you know. And I think that Dame came to the Bucks to get that championship.
Yeah.
It never manifested into that.
Yeah.
But I think that now he's at a place where he can heal. And then when he does come back, I'll be surprised what team he chooses.
Right.
Because I'm sure he'll try to get on a team where he can contribute to win the title.
Yeah. I wonder what team that's going to be. I did want to finish up with a lot of the breaking news that was coming out of the Bucks offices today. So we also got free agent forward Gary Harris. He signed to a 2-year deal. I'm not sure what team he used to be on.
They need to sign Benjamin.
They do. What?
They signed it on
as an in-game show host.
So we also got free agent center Jericho Sims. He agreed to a 2-year deal with the Milwaukee Bucks, so he's staying with us. We had him before, but something big that happened else, T-Lo, is we traded Pat Connaughton.
What?
Yeah. We traded Pat. We traded Pat, and
he was the last of the Mohicans.
I swear to God.
And so it says the Milwaukee Bucks are trading Pat Connaughton and 2 of their own second-round picks in 2031 and 2032 to the Charlotte Hornets for, I don't even know how to say this guy's name. I'm not going to lie. Mazzilli J. Mickinick.
Okay, he not from here.
Mitchick, you know.
He not from here.
Yeah, so those are the changes that happened so far.
Pat Connaughton, you don't say.
They said, I think they're rescinding the qualifying offer to Ryan Rollins. I think they're not going to keep him either. But more things are going to happen.
The team.
They definitely did.
They're
building a team around Giannis at this point.
Well, hold on. You already know that they're going to ask Giannis
everything.
Because is he happy with what's happening?
That's what I was about to bring up.
Be
so,
upset.
according to what is his brother's name?
Coming back?
The Nazis ain't been on the team. But according to...
He's coming back to the truth.
I think it was Chris.
Well, yeah, that's real. That's real.
Chris
Haynes.
We can say that. Y'all know Chris Haynes, right?
You talking about the dude who sold them dime bags?
What are you talking about?
Accusations.
Oh my God.
What is being?
I don't know what being is on, but pretty much Chris Haynes was saying that Giannis is not happy with.
That's what I saw.
With us losing Dame.
I saw that, and I don't know if this was something that they were just doing on social media, but they're saying Giannis may demand a trade.
I don't think he'll demand a trade, because then I also saw reports that he was the one who said he wanted Miles Turner. allegedly. Right. So they're saying, okay, Giannis, which one is it? Did you know about Miles Turner since you said you wanted him and knew we had to trade Dame for him, or are you really coming in blindsided, not knowing what's going on? Because I personally don't think the Bucks would have made a decision like that without letting Giannis know, but I don't know.
They saying that Giannis is not pleased. And I'll say this. Is this a move to make sure that we're competitive next year? Because there's a lot of injuries in the East where a lot of the key players are not functioning. It looks good on paper, but they're not functioning due to injuries. So if the Bucks can revamp and get a solid roster, they can be in the 5
They can.
spot. I think they can hit the 5 spot.
And it's a whole new roster right now. They had put up a picture of the championship winning team back with like Chris and Brooke and everybody. And the last remaining ones that we still had on the team was Giannis, Bobby, Middleton, and Brooke. Now we don't have Middleton. We don't have Brooke. We don't have Bobby. Oh, no, we still have Bobby. But like we don't have a lot of the roster that we had. We don't have Pat. So it's just Giannis and Bobby, I believe, who's still from that championship team.
Do y'all think this is better for the Bucks or worse?
Yes, because the Bucks had no chance of doing anything with the current roster. They had to shake it up.
Yeah, they had to do something.
I'll say this. I'm hearing a lot of names flying around, but where's Kuzma?
He's still there.
Sheesh. I mean, Kuzma, to me, should have been on a better level of playing basketball.
By this point.
Coming over to the Bucks. And I think the most disappointing thing about Kuzma is he came from a winning culture or where he had got on a high level of playing basketball. Right. Came over to Milwaukee and I haven't seen
this Kuzma
anything like that makes me say, oh wow, I'm happy that we got Kuzma here.
That's where my top dollar is going.
Right. So and his name is not coming up in anything. Like we talking about all these players being moved around.
Well, who knows? Maybe by the end of the day or even tomorrow, something else is going to pop off.
That's all I'm saying. Like, I mean,
the Bucks is on one right now.
If he could get 15 points a game, if he could come out with that I would be satisfied with having Kuzma. But it was games where I was like, he didn't even get any point. He's out there, to me, wasting a slot.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that he was training with Giannis or something this summer. I mean, on his offseason.
Giannis been on TikTok.
I'm just saying.
Giannis been out here in the streets,
been showing that he really a YN out here from Milwaukee on TikTok.
Well, Giannis be walking around they got footage of Giannis just walking around.
Yeah,
he really feel like this is where he at.
Yes, yeah.
This is my city.
I think Giannis is one of the loyal players you get once in a generation.
Homegrown.
He brought a title here.
Yep.
His family is here. Everything that they have is here.
Yep.
He's very loyal. He's very loyal. And a lot of rumors went around. Is Giannis going to leave? If he goes, we'll understand. But Giannis seems to me that where he came from over there, where he came over to America, that loyalty is more important to him.
Right. And as long as, and he
But
said
will that
this,
hurt him in the long run?
And I don't think so. I think he feels as though he's accomplished and he's done, a lot so far. And as long as the Bucks keep putting that effort into him, I think he's going to be happy here and he's going to stay. And, with this type, we're still building the team around Giannis. And I think that that's a good look. And if I was Giannis, I would think that, they seem like they have my best interest at heart to win a championship because that's all that I'm about. And I think we got him. As long as the Bucks keep doing what they need to do to keep
shaking things up.
Making sure we are a contending team.
Final question.
I think that's good.
Final question, Juice.
Yes.
What's up with the coaching? Is the coaching going to change?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think we're
here we
Doc,
go.
Though.
I mean, all I'm saying is,
should we keep Doc?
It's a questionable. If you shaking things up,
yeah. And we'll see here in the next couple of days. I don't know when all of this stuff ends, but maybe it could go out throughout the summer. But maybe Doc stays. Do you think he should stay?
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report with Ben Jammin.
It's amazing.
And Carrie Noni Juice. Truth Nation. Stay like they right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Milwaukee. Milwaukee. It's time to turn the TV off and turn your speakers up so you can hear what the future leaders of the world have to say. Truth Nation, I'm proud to present the 8 Block, powered by City on the Hill and 1017 The Truth. Hosted by me, your boy, Ben Jammin. Every other Saturday at 9 a.m., 8 Milwaukee teams will share stories and laughs that will speak truth to what matters most in their lives.
I'm here to discover different levels about myself.
I'm really here to get my name out there and have a different perspective on life.
So tap in every other Saturday at 9 a.m. Truth Nation, welcome to the 8 Block.
This is your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
Victory Garden Initiative is an 1.5 acre urban farm that sits right in the middle of the Black community on Richards and Concordia. I don't know if you know that Harambe is a food desert. So within its borders, there are no major grocery stores. So people rely on things like dollar store, corner stores, liquor stores to buy food, which is all unhealthy. Everything we grow, and we grow everything, tomatoes to potatoes to carrots to corn to onions, to, and so on. And everything we grow is free to the community. It started in 2009. They wanted to build a sustainable food production system that was healthy and sustainable. And what that meant was giving people the resources to grow their own food and the skills to make sure that those attempts were successful.
This has been your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
Hey everybody, it's Melanie Ricks. You all know I love supporting a local team. That's why I'm excited to tell you about UW Credit Union. They've been serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. And when I was in school, they helped me learn how to plan for my future and make my money grow. Even now, they're still always there for me when I have questions, and they'll be there for you too. So stop by any of their 13 Milwaukee area branches or visit uwcu.org to become a UW Credit Union member today, like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Summer in Milwaukee is nonstop. Festivals, live music, and fresh city vibes fill the season you already know. From world-famous cultural celebrations to hidden gem street fairs, every neighborhood is a stage, alive with handcrafted traditions, homegrown talent, and world-class entertainment. Music, flavor, culture, whenever you visit, the Cream City is ready to celebrate. This summer, don't just visit. Make sure you experience Milwaukee, the city of festivals.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, it's time to start jamming with juice. This is the Pop Culture Report with Carrie Noni and Ben Jammin on the Tory Lowe Show. Tap in to see what's trending today on Pop Culture Report.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show, Pop Culture Report brought to you by Ben Jammin.
It is amazing.
And Carrie Noni Juice World in studio.
Yeah, y'all was giving it juicy, y'all.
Hey, what else going on out here in these pop culture streets?
Well, if you guys know anything, I'll make this pretty fast. Right now, the streets are still waiting to hear the verdict.
The sheets?
Yeah, the sheets. The sheets is waiting. Actually, I'm pretty certain the sheets definitely are waiting.
He said the sheets is waiting.
Oh, wow.
Sheets is waiting for Diddy, that 1,000-count thread. Okay. But no, we are currently waiting right now to hear what the verdict will be in the case of Sean, Puff, Diddy, Daddy,
Brother
Love Combs. We try to figure it out, man. And, to give you guys a little bit of an update, people were talking about a note that got passed from the jury yesterday up to the judge, just trying to, people want to figure out what's going on.
With the jury instructions.
Yeah, basically the jury had asked the judge for transcripts of several sections of the testimony, including Cassie's Ventura's testimony about the 2016 Intercontinental incident. And yesterday the jury had sent a note saying that they were concerned that one of the jurors could not follow the judge's instructions. So that everybody was wondering what was that note. That is what exactly was inside side of that note. But as far as the jury goes, it seems to me that Puff Daddy has a nice jury. Juror number 2 is actually 69 years old. Juror number 5 is 31. 25. The juror 25 is 51 years old. So he has a nice juror selection of like his peers and people who are older than him and younger than him, who should be able to give him the justice, or give the court the justice that is needed in this particular case. But the question still stands: like, do you guys think, after all the information you guys have heard about the Diddy case, do you think Diddy is guilty? And if so, what do y'all think he may have to serve?
I don't like the last second switch up on the charges after they heard all the evidence.
Right.
Then they can move the jury instructions to fit what they already know at that point. I don't know how they do that. I don't know why they allow that, or what that is, but we'll see. Because let's say they drop the charges that they know they can't get him on.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm at the end of the trial. I heard what they presented. All I got to do is shape the consequences as so.
Mm-hmm. I honestly don't know what to think, to be honest with you. I'm kind of just waiting to see how it all plays out at the end and what he could or could not be officially charged with.
Because obviously they felt that they couldn't charge him with the arson with some of the other.
They moving the goalposts.
It's like, okay, you charged me with this. Now you see that you can't get me with that, so I'm going to rearrange it right now. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they'll find him guilty of arson whatsoever, especially when it came down to Kid Cudi. Allegedly, Kid Cudi believed that Diddy had blew up his car because Kid Cudi had started talking to Cassie, and he saw his car explode in his driveway. However, there's nothing actually connecting Diddy to that particular incident, so you can't say Diddy did it. You can only allege that he did it, but you can't say that Diddy did those types of things. So those types of ideas, the jury can't put into factoring out if Diddy is guilty on that, But is he guilty of any of this? I mean, especially you, Tory. I actually been wanting to ask you this, because you deal with these types of crimes all the time in regards to sex trafficking.
Right.
People, the courts are trying to get Diddy on sex trafficking. From what you've heard, do you believe Diddy has sex trafficked anybody? And I mean, including hiring prostitutes.
When you say sex trafficking, in my mind, that means you're taking people and you're forcing them into a situation against their will.
Got you.
Okay. I didn't see that. I see that money was exchanged. I see text messages where they were intimately saying things or encouraging certain types of behavior, trying to appease him. So I didn't see like that. You know what I mean? That,
No, I know what you're saying. That bombshell.
Yeah.
Allegedly, there was a lady who her name was called Crack Pipe. And
what?
Yeah, and Crack Pipe allegedly was forced against her will to perform sexual acts without a condom, and Diddy told her you have to perform this with no condoms.
Because coercion is not part of sex trafficking, right? If you just coerce someone to want to do something, it seemed like that's mostly what he did instead of forcing them.
Take that.
Was he more so? I don't want to say convinced, but. Tried to.
I just thought that in 8 weeks they would bring some real hardcore ideas to the table.
I was waiting for Jay-Z to take
and I'm waiting for the young girls too, because I heard that they said there was young girls involved. I haven't seen a young woman at all. If that would have been the case, all you needed was like R. Kelly. See, he had young people in there. He had too many young girls. But if one young girl would have showed up to this court hearing, it would have been a wrap for Diddy.
I feel that.
Well, thank y'all for that pop culture report.
It's amazing.
Benjamin, Carrie Noni Juice.
Keeping it juicy, y'all.
Hey, look, when we come back, we got guests, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Summerfest is back, and the award-winning 1017 The Truth has you covered with front row access passes to the best concerts at Summerfest this year.
Tune in to all your favorite Truth shows every day so you do not miss your chance to win tickets and wristbands to see artists like Offset, Bossman D-Lo, Ira Star, T Grizzly, and so many more.
Do not miss your chance to see these artists up close and personal during Milwaukee's biggest summer party. Summerfest is presented by our founding partner, American Family Insurance. Truth Nation, unfortunately, violence is on the rise in Milwaukee, and this is a problem which impacts us all. Please join me and the Truth Team on Saturday, July 12th from 9 a.m. to noon for our third annual Walk Against Violence, supported by 1MKE. Enough is enough. Now it's time to bring an end to senseless violence in our community. To join our Walk Against Violence on Saturday, July 12th, visit truthwalkagainstviolence.com to sign up today.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
You are listening to the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Acts of vandalism targeting pride flags near Madison churches are now under investigation. Police say multiple flags at Luther Memorial Church were cut down sometime from the middle of May to early June. In a separate incident, a flag hung on a fence near First Congressional Church was torn between June 8th and 9th. No one has been charged in either case. The Wisconsin Joint Finance Committee Budget Committee is set to take votes on the recent approved state budget today. The deal includes a more than $1 billion tax cut, increased Medicaid funding, and a boost for the UW system. Co-chair of the Joint Finance Committee, Howard Markline, says this.
We're proud of the work that we've done so far and proud of the work we're going to be doing today. This budget has involved an awful lot of compromise, both between the houses as well as with the governor's office. So a budget is a compromise, and this budget is certainly one of those.
The full legislature is planning to vote on the budget Wednesday. Morale at the Milwaukee Police Department has taken a hit after the line-of-duty death of Officer Kendall Corder. The president of the Milwaukee Police Association, Alexander Ayala, says this.
Those officers that arrested, I would not even say his name, but that arrested that coward, they showed the utmost professionalism to make sure that coward goes to prison for the rest of his life and that he gets his due process.
Governor Tony Evers has ordered flags to fly at half-staff until sunset today, as well as the date of Officer Corder's internment, which has not yet been announced. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. The most requested.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Look, I was trying to get this youth football team together, Truth Nation. It's a couple of them. They're just piling in right now. We got guests. We got a youth league football team coming through. And I'll tell you this is the month where we have to celebrate our mentors. These are the times where in the summertime where mentorship programs are one of the things that we got to make sure that we don't forget about and support these young people. So I got the youth in the studio. I got some young people that's coming in from a youth football league. Once again, I'll tell you this, when we talk about me as a young kid needing some of these programs to kind of fill in the void, kind of fill in the space. This is why I bring these young people on when they do well, when they come through and they compete and they are in these programs. I like to hear from the youth because these are the youth that sometimes get pushed to the side because we're looking at a lot of the negative things that we see. Many times the brawls that get caught on video and things like that. But these are the children. They're on video, but they're performing in football games. These kids are doing positive work, positive things, community service ideas inside our communities, and this is why I highlight that, because we talk about a lot of the things that go on, but we also got to include these concepts when it comes to people dealing with our community in a positive way. So we have these children coming in. I was rounding them up during the break. So when we come back after we get out of break, we're going to definitely have a lot of young people in the studio, Truth Nation. So y'all do not want to miss this upcoming conversation. Once again, we're trying to make sure that we have all these young men ready for the interview. But this is what happens when you talk about coming in, community, dealing with the community. Let's not forget all of the young people that are not choosing to do something negative in the midst of what we're seeing. Let's not forget those children who are choosing to do the right thing, and let's not forget those mentors that are making those kind of sacrifices for these young people at the same time. So I think that we're almost ready to get them in the studio. So we got a lot of them. We got a lot of them, DJ Brothers. I think we got like 5 or 6 or 7 of them that's coming through, these young people. And salute to Darion, who's out here working with the young people as well. Fox says, I'm watching the show. Salute to everybody that's joining us. This is where we need to be right now in this summer season. We need that positive energy. So when I think we're going to run the break here in a second. Or before we run the break, maybe we can have some of them start coming into the studio, DJ Brothers. Maybe get some of them in. Oh, we're going to run the break. Okay, well, when we come back, we're going to try to get all these young people in the studio so we can make sure that we break down what is going on with these young folks. Once again, I was one of those kids that was in the youth leagues. And before we run the break, let me tell y'all this story, Truth Nation. Let me tell y'all this story. All right, so Grandma was sick all the time. Grandma was sick. And I wanted to play in the youth league. So I went down to Hillside because I wanted to play for the Hillside Broncos. And I rarely tell this story. So they gave me a permission slip for Grandma to sign the permission slip for me to play football, and I needed my birth certificate, and I needed some other information. So I went back to Grandma's house, and Grandma kind of didn't want me to play football. So I forged her signature. Brothers, I forged it. Bruh. That's what I wrote Grandma's signature down, and I begged my aunties to give me the birth certificate. You know, I told them I needed the birth certificate, so that's how I started playing Little League football. I put Grandma's name on the paperwork, Truth Nation. Man. And Grandma, you know, she was old, she was sick, she had a lot of children. She had 12 children. And by the time I came along, you know, she was just, you know, she was praying and but I needed to do that. I think that if I hadn't have made that decision to play that summer in the youth football league to start my, you know, football journey, I could have ended up, ain't no telling where I could have ended up if I wouldn't have did that. So once again, this is why these things are valuable to me, because I ran into Coach Brown, and Coach Brown, who's now Oshie, his name is Oshie now, but Coach Brown taught me a lot of things that I needed to know as a young man. So when we come back, we'll have the youth league, the youth from the youth football league in studio. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on July 1st.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the New York Mets.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in July 1st at 6:10 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Hey everybody, it's Sherwin Hughes, and I got to tell you about one of my absolute favorite places in the city, Mr. B's Privileged Lounge, located on the northwest side of Milwaukee at 8617 West Brown Deer Road. Mr. B's is your go-to destination for comfort food, an incredible drink menu, and live music that keeps the vibes going all night long. So whether you're winding down or if you want to turn up, Mr. B's has the flavor, the energy, and the atmosphere you've been looking for. Mr. B's Privileged Lounge, privileged to serve.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
This is your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
So Black women's leadership needs to be prioritized. That means a whole lot of things, but it includes a message for white women, which would be, it'll be wise for you to take our lead. We've already demonstrated everything there is to the world about who we are. We shouldn't have to keep doing that over and over again. The reality is that there are times when we got to muster up the energy to do some things we don't want to do, but I don't want that to be commonplace for me, and I certainly don't want it to be commonplace for other Black women. There's often this message that we need to stay strong because there are people depending on it. No, we need ourselves.
Yeah, you can't, what do they say? You can't pour from an empty cup?
Yes. And I even am hearing people say a lot more, you shouldn't pour from your cup at all until it overflows. And it's the overflow that you give. You keep the full cup for yourself.
This has been your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute. You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Oh. Okay. Hey, I'm trying to get crunk. C-R-U-E. Tell them how we gonna come. Tell them why they don't come. Tell them why they better run. Stand up and get crunk. Stand up. Okay.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Hey, look, we got the Wisconsin Slayers youth football team in studio. Coach Darian, Coach Twan, Coach Kobe. Look, we got some players, we got some ballers in the building, the young ballers in the studio. It's looking powerful in here. Look, I mean, y'all looking like the next NFL draft. Y'all looking like y'all about to be up for the next NFL draft in the future, okay? But we got Coach Kobe. Let's break this down. We got to break this down, Coach. What's going on? Who do we got in the studio? Who did you bring? Who did y'all bring in here today?
So we got Cortez, Damani, Tristan, Deron, Bryson, Freddie, Lucas, Dale, and Markel.
Okay, that's what's up. Now, my question is, give me your name, age, position, and what plan for the team playing for this youth league have done for you?
See, my name is Cortez Hill. I'm 14, and my positions are receiver, DB. And what the team has done for me, helped me streamline my skills and help me put out what I can do on the field.
That's powerful. Now, what your stats looking like? I mean, what you do this year?
This year, I did a whole bunch. I had a one-hand grab over the middle of the field.
Okay.
I had 3 touchdowns, probably over 120 yards.
That's what I'm talking about. Putting in that work. And what are you in this? What group? Age group
I'm
are
14,
you?
14U.
That's what's 14U. That's what's up. All right, who do we got next?
My name is Damani Jones. I'm 12. I play QB, receiver, and safety. And playing with the Slayers, it just let me show my talent to the world.
Now, what age group are you quarterbacking for?
12U.
12U? That's what's up. Now, what did you do this year? What were you most proud of this year?
Just stopping catches, stopping touchdowns, and throwing touchdowns.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Who do we got next?
I'm 15. I play for 14U. I play quarterback, running back, and safety here and
You're doing a lot, ain't you?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your position where you feel like, okay, if I had to do one, this is what I'm gonna
do? Quarterback.
Because you want the ball all the time.
Not even.
I'm just messing with you.
I know. I don't know. At first, when I first started playing quarterback, I didn't want to do it. But after that first year of me doing it, I really just started liking it. I originally played running back, but playing quarterback, I don't know. It's just something about it.
Okay, you trying to be like Shador Sanders.
Yeah, I don't like the way they did him in the drive.
Oh, wow. You feel some type of way about it?
Yeah, man.
All right. Who else we got? Who else we got in the studio?
My name Markel Kimber.
Okay, how you doing, Markel?
Wide receiver, quarterback, and safety.
Wide receiver,
quarterback, and safety.
Quarterback and safety. Y'all got a lot of quarterbacks now. What position do you like the most?
Probably wide receiver.
Okay, so you like to go ahead and deep ball. You run fast. Are you the fastest person on the team? What? Now, what have you done this year that you're most proud of?
Probably catching a couple interceptions.
Okay, so you playing defense. That's what's up. Did you run it back?
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Or did you run it back to
not
pick
all
six?
The way to touchdown.
You didn't get to pick six yet? You got time, though. And what league are you in?
I'm in 12U.
12U? That's what's up. That's what's up. Look, how has working as playing football, how has that helped you?
It helped me improve my skills and trying to give me a better, stuff in life.
Oh, so it improved your planning, what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Gave you an idea. So you want to make it to the league, or
yeah.
What do you want to do as far as education-wise?
Education-wise?
You don't know what you want to be after? It's all football.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, we got time, though. We got time. Who else we got?
My name is Tristan. I'm 12, and I play receiver and safety.
Receiver and safety.
Yep.
Okay, that's what's up. What did you do this year that you're most proud of?
I'm most proud of me catching the ball and running in for a touchdown.
Okay, and what has playing for the Wisconsin Slayers youth football team, how has this helped you?
It's helped me prove to myself that I can be even better than what I already am.
That's powerful. That's powerful. Anybody else? Who do we got?
My name is Duran. I play wide receiver, safety, and what Slayers helped me with, helped me keep you off the streets. I have something to do,
And how old are you?
I'm 14.
And
I mean 15.
You 15. How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot.
6 feet?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And damn. And so what were you most proud of being a part of this team? What were you most proud of doing this year?
I say they helped me get better on defense. Coach D has helped me get better on defense. I was mostly an offensive player. Didn't want to play defense as much, and he helped me a lot.
That's what's up. And last but not least, we got a couple more. Okay, we got a couple more, but go right ahead.
All right, my name is Bryson.
How you doing, Bryson?
I'm doing good, and I'm 14 years old. In the positions I play receiver and linebacker.
See, that's what I'm talking about. The linebacker, defense.
I'm a defensive guy now. I low-key like playing defense. Our last tournament in 5-on-5, it's been helping me. Been playing rusher a lot, getting to the flags, getting everything on the field that I can.
What y'all feeding these boys? These some big 14-year-olds. Hey, I'm trying to. He would say McDonald's. Hey, but what is your most proud moment from the season?
My most proud moment from the season is probably during our most recent tournament. I came in as the rusher against Phenom, ended up stopping them, helping our team win on defense.
What you mean? You had to stop a game stopper?
Basically, yeah. I had a game stopper, game-stopping touchdown, just helping the team and improving on what I can do.
That's what's up. See, I played linebacker. When I got to college, I played outside linebacker. I was inside linebacker when I was playing in high school and when I was in the youth league. So I like to, when they talking crazy, I like to let them know, you know what I mean? Put that little oomph on them.
I understand.
That's what's up. How has dealing with this youth football league helped you as a young man?
Dealing with this youth football league is like helping me improve on my mental, helping me like understand what the world has out there for me, like having something to do every day.
Mm-hmm. Well, look, we need the coaches. I need the coaches to come in because Coach Darian, Coach Twan, Coach Kobe, I got a couple questions for y'all, you know what I mean? Because dealing with the young people is a whole different ball game, and especially being a mentor, being somebody that's mentoring these young people and taking on that responsibility of guiding these young men. What are some of the highlights of dealing with the youth football league, and what are some of the things that y'all need the community to help y'all out with?
Okay, so some of the highlights is we get to watch these kids grow up. I do flat tackle football as well, so a lot of my kids come from the tackle side. So I've been coaching these kids since they was like 8 and younger. So I'm able to grow with them because I'm only 27. I just turned 27 Sunday. We just came from Minnesota for my last tournament, so I spent my birthday with the kids.
That's what's up.
They hyped me up a little bit, so we growing with each other. The things that the community can help us with is fundraising. It's cost a lot of money to get these kids to these tournaments. A lot of our kids are coming from I'm not a poverty standard, but they're coming from the middle class family where they only have one parent. Some of them don't have both. So it costs a lot of money to get these kids to and from. And if the community can help us with just a little
What's
fundraising.
the website? What do y'all have a team website that they can go to help?
So yes, we do have a team website. We have a team Facebook page, Slayers Youth Association. We have an Instagram, Slayers Youth Association. Our website is on there. Our GoFundMe is on there too. So just a little bit of support can go a long way with these kids.
Yeah, I agree. And like I said, this is why I bring mentor. I call it a mentorship. We call it coaching. But many times when you're dealing with our youth, you got to wear many hats.
Yeah, you are. You're everything to these kids. You they fathers, they uncles. You everything to them.
Brothers, cousins.
Man, so Darian, you play football. You play semi-pro. Mm-hmm. So how has it been to be able to translate to dealing with these young people right now, today? How are you connecting and making sure that you stay current? Because the game has changed. A lot of things have changed. Yeah. But how are y'all staying in front of what's happening out here and keeping these young boys out of, harm's way?
I mean, I'm only 23, so they kind of see me like a brother, cousin type thing. So, I try to keep it mutual between everybody. I can see it from both ways, the older and the younger version. Right. So I just try to, I'm like the mediator for everything.
Now, football is your life now because you playing semi-pro.
Yeah, football every day pretty much.
And so then you coming out to coach as well. Mm-hmm. That to me sounds like you could teach them advanced
hold on.
Tactics.
I told them I was gonna do this. Shout out to Sheboygan SaberCats. We 7-0.
Oh wow! Shout out Sheboygan SaberCats.
Yeah, shout out them boys.
That's what's up. And so, what are some of the challenges that you're facing when it comes to dealing with the youth league? Well, this is the truth now. I mean, Hey, we here to talk.
Parents. That's what it be. The parents. It's mainly the parents.
And that the way that they are allowing things to transpire, or are they helping out? Are y'all babysitting? I mean, what is it?
It's a little bit of everything. You got some of them that care, some of them that don't, and then the ones that should care is the ones that don't. That's where the problems come in.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got kids running around that should be on the field.
Right. That's missing out.
Yeah.
And that's disappointing because they could be superstars.
Could be dogs.
Wow. All right, Twan. I see you. Hey, Coach Twan.
Hold on, real quick. I got one more player. He just got here.
Okay.
I got to let him get his time.
Go right ahead.
Come on, Big Mar.
Big Show.
Get them phones off. Yeah. All right, Big Show. I heard the nickname Big Show now.
Yeah.
How you doing? Give me your name. Give me your age. Give me your position. What is it?
I'm Marlon Walker. I'm 13. I play quarterback and center.
That's what's up. And how has playing with the Wisconsin Slayers football team help you?
It's just been amazing. Helped me practice certain skills I can improve on.
That's powerful. Now, you came all the way to the studio. What do you want the people that's listening to know?
We like that.
Powerful.
We're like that. We're that team. Come see us. We're like that.
That's what's up. And what is something that you are proud of that you have been able to accomplish this year?
Making new friends and improving on skills.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, well, we're going to be trying to see how you develop. They calling you the Big Show now. You know you can't, when you the Big Show, you got the fireworks coming out in the background now. You got to stand on that. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. All right, thanks. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through. Salute. Hey, all right, we got one more. That
right here.
Okay, come on. Now, name.
Lucas.
How you doing, Lucas?
Good.
What position you play?
Center, middle linebacker, and
we got a linebacker in the building.
And sometimes rusher.
How old are you?
8.
8 years old? Ooh.
Playing on 12 you.
Playing up.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Playing up on 12. What you mean? 8 years old playing?
Okay. That's a man child.
That sounds like Ray Lewis to me. That sounds like somebody that's going to lead the defense to the champion. Offense win games and defense win championships.
Facts. What that mean, 14U?
I just told him that at our game Saturday, defense control the game, offense get out there and make it look good.
Right. Okay, so what is a proud moment that you done had this season?
I make people scared to get off the line, so I make them jump up.
Causing them to jump offside?
Yes.
So you playing mind games out there. You playing the game. See, I need that kind of linebacker to lead my team. You know what I mean? Hey, y'all. Hey, look. Now you know you don't have to wait to go to the pros. Now a lot of these kids, if they could get to college,
hey, that's what I be saying. That money coming quick.
Now they got the NIL.
It's coming quick.
Hey, y'all may not need no funding with these kids. If they could get over to college. If they could just make it to college. Y'all might have some funding for the league. Y'all problems might be gone away.
Hope so.
But that's the goal, is to make them the best that they can, and the goal is to give back. So, like I said, I tell people now, you got kids now, work with them, develop them, because the goal now is NIL is changing the game, and they could generationally change the game just by going to college now.
Yeah, goals definitely get the kids out the hood. My motto, if I can just get one out, I did my job.
Powerful. And like I said, I was one of those kids. I was a linebacker, so that's why I like the defense. I went to school off defense, you know what I mean? Right. I mean, our offensive line sucked, the quarterback sucked, but defense is all you. Yeah. If you send somebody to the ambulance used to come on the field and stop the game. The ambulance used to come grab people out, and the coach saw that. That's how I got recruited.
Yeah, it be like
that defense. North Division wasn't that hot. North Division. I'm telling you, when we had some good players, but we wasn't in it like that. So I had to do defense is one of those things where it's on you. But Coach Twan, I've been waiting for you to say something because you've been putting in a lot of your time working with these young people and dealing with the stuff that comes with mentorship. What's something positive that you experienced, and what is something that the community needs to know how they can help?
Okay. Well, they like to get on me. They say I'm the old man coach because I'm the oldest one. I'm 34, so I've been playing football since I've been playing ball since 2009, so I got a lot of knowledge to pass down. Right. So, but my biggest thing with them, man, it's the personalities. I love all the different personalities that these kids bring.
You ain't got your own handshake with everybody, do you?
I got a nickname for everybody. Okay. I got a handshake with a few of them, but I got a nickname for everybody.
That's when you get a nickname, that's good.
Yeah. But the main thing we need, man, it's just community support, man. It's just like whatever you can, like fundraising, just coming to attend the games and stuff, just giving them fans. That do a lot because they play better when they see a lot of people watching them. So, they really want to put on a show when they see they got a crowd. So, I mean, it's just my big thing is just me passing down all the knowledge that I got. And I feel like if I can get them what I know now, at this age, they already ahead of the game.
Well, I'll say this. When you talk about dealing with these young people, I know it's a struggle. I know it's a struggle with the peer pressure that they have to face.
Yeah.
And sometimes being a mentor, a lot of people, they don't understand that it's more than just football when it comes to mentorship. Sometimes you got to be a father. Sometimes you have to be a brother. Sometimes you have to be even to each other, a support team. What is something that you want people to understand about working with the youth? And if they want to work with the youth?
They the future. So it's like whatever you put into them is what you're gonna get out. And if you want the future to be good, then it's all about how you I guess you could say how you nurture them or teach them everything that they need to know about, not even just like you said, not just football, but just life in general. Like a lot of them don't have father figures. Some of them do got a father figure in it, but it might not be enough. But that's where we step in as coaches. And like you said, we play the father, uncle, cousin, brother role, whatever it is, just a mentor all around. And it's like we just make sure they good because football ain't everything, but it for a lot of these kids, it's the only thing. So it's keeping them out of a lot of trouble. So as long as we keep them doing something positive, then we know we on the right track.
And how can you help? How can the community help? Before we run the break, give us the information, give us the website. How can they help?
Yeah, like Coach Kobe said, we got a Facebook, Wisconsin Slayers Youth Association, the Instagram. Kobe, what's the Instagram?
So the Instagram is the same thing, Slayers Youth Association, and our website is SlayersYouthFootball.com. You can go on there, you pretty much see what we got going on, see our mission statements, our values. You can see our head coaches, our senior coordinator who couldn't be here. She do a lot with these kids.
Shout out Miss T. Shout out Miss T. Shout out Miss T. Without
her doing what she do in the background, we probably wouldn't be here because as coaches, we definitely focus on coaches. We help out when we can, but she really the muscle in the background. She keep everything rolling. She keep us in check, keep the kids in check.
Got a queen on the team.
Got to.
That's the queen pin.
Run everything. No, nothing. She in her words, she David Ruffin.
Yeah,
we the Temptations.
We the Temptations.
Hey, look, Reginald Jones says football kept me out of the booking room and the cemetery. Well, like I said, this was a huge part of my life dealing with you. When I came up and started learning the discipline from coaches and mentors, it kept me on the right track. Right. Sometimes I didn't get that discipline from grandma's house, from a man. You know what I mean? So salute to y'all for stepping in and filling those gaps. But we got obstacles to still climb, and we need support. When we bring these mentors on the show, the one thing I hear y'all talking about, or the mentors they'll say, is they need more community support to actually make it work. Many times we piecing it together. Y'all piecing it together. Y'all putting it together day to day. And like when you talk about parents that are not, they got good children, but they're not doing what they supposed to do.
Yeah.
Hey, that's tough, Darian, to swallow, because you would think that if you have a child with potential that they would pour into that child, but many times that's not the case.
That's why we try and get them to understand a lot.
Yeah, because these kids, they take in what you give them. And a lot of these kids, sometimes it just be a simple coming to your game and you're doing a good job. Because these kids, I ain't gonna lie, I got some pretty amazing kids. They'll take my last $2 if they had to, and I'll give it to them because I know a lot of them don't have nobody out there to put them on the right path. There's so much negativity out here, and it's so much things can go wrong. And it's like, all they need is somebody to show them a little guidance and a little love and push them in the right direction, and it can be great.
That's powerful. And with all of the negative energy that comes out here with the youth, to have the youth in the studio today that's choosing to do the right thing. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. This is the energy that we need out here in these streets. You don't have to go the wrong way, but you do have to support the mentors that's really on the front lines trying to make it happen. Like I said, so many of us needed mentors to keep us out of trouble. So thank y'all for passing that forward, for paying it forward as well.
I did have a mentor.
Darian, you had the mentor as well. And what happened?
He kept me out of trouble. I used to go to his house every weekend.
Oh, wow.
Cooking and everything.
So you understand it's more than football.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a mentor as well.
His name was Pete.
Shout out Coach Velvet. She was my basketball coach. She definitely kept me out of trouble because in high school I did have a lot of daddy issues and I was going the wrong path. And she seen that and she poured into me and she cultivated me. And I think without her, I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
That's powerful. And I needed a mentor too. I needed somebody to step in and say, hey, look, I can see you got some talent. And like you said, I was one of those kids where my family didn't pour into me as an athlete. So it was because of the mentorship of strangers that saw potential. Now I got my own show and my own day in the city. You know what I mean? So I salute this. That's why I bring things like this to the forefront. Because sometimes these are the things that are put off to the side where people just think that y'all got it like that we got it like that mentors that's out here helping people, like they ain't got nothing to worry about. No, we got our own personal lives as well.
Right.
But yet we are making time to make sure that we pour back into the youth because it took somebody to do it for us. That's powerful.
And the crazy part is the youth is the future. These the ones that, when we get old, gonna live their life and be the next doctors and lawyers. So, we not helping the kids out in the future knowing our future gonna look like.
I keep telling folks, the same kids you walking past when you get in that nursing home gonna be the one that's gonna have to.
Yeah.
Hey. But thank y'all for coming through. Look, we had a powerful discussion, and once again, we got the Wisconsin Slayers youth football team in studio. And the coaches have done a magnificent job with these young men. Anything else y'all want to say before we run the break? Coach Darian, Coach Twan, Coach Cody.
Hold on. You went? Come here.
You ain't go?
We got one more. We got one more. Oh, we got the superstar, the best for last. Come on now. What's his nickname?
Go ahead and tell him your name.
What's your nickname?
Dale.
Dale?
Yeah.
Do you have a nickname?
That's Big Deal Dale, man.
Okay.
That's Big Deal.
Big deal.
He a big deal, man.
That's what's up.
Tell him what you did the last tournament, man. Stop playing. How many interceptions you get?
What?
I got 2.
How many? In
2.
one game, right?
2.
What? What position you play, Dale?
I play wide receiver, I play middle, and then I play DB.
DB? And what is something this year that you were excited about?
Like catching the ball, running with the ball, moving with the ball.
Anything.
You just want the ball. Now, hold on. What message do you have for the young people out there your age? Send a positive message out there before we run the break.
Anything you put your mind to, you could do it.
Big Deal Dale.
Hey, look, when we come back, True Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
Summer in Milwaukee is nonstop. Festivals, live music, and fresh city vibes fill the season you already know. From world-famous cultural celebrations to hidden gem street fairs, every neighborhood is a stage, alive with handcrafted traditions, homegrown talent, and world-class entertainment. Music, flavor, culture, whenever you visit, the Cream City is ready to celebrate. This summer, don't just visit, make sure you experience Milwaukee, the city of festivals.
Truth Nation, you already know I gotta put you on the latest hookups at Nick Avani's. Summer is here, and Nick Avani's is bringing all the heat all month long with 50% off select items during June. Whether you're leveling up your wardrobe or just want to turn heads wherever you go, they've got you covered with top-tier fashion. Suits, shirts, ties, shoes, and more. It's all about that fresh look and confident vibe, and Nick Avani's is making sure you step out feeling like $1,000,000. Pull up to Nick Avani's on the second floor of Mayfair Mall or shop online anytime at nickavani's.com.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 101.7 The Truth.
And what are some of the ways that you're inspiring people? Because, you know, one of the biggest opportunities, in particular in the African-American community, is access, exposure, and awareness.
For Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, we've been here 76 years.
Wow.
And our mantra is saving the lives you love. So if someone you love needs a blood transfusion and they're in any hospital in Southeast Wisconsin here, that blood's coming from us. And so we're trying to make sure that we're communicating that, because I think folks maybe don't understand that blood can't be manufactured. And summers are always tough because schools are out and we collect about 20 to 25% of our blood from schools. Mm-hmm. So it's always a day-to-day struggle. We say that the blood that's on the shelves is the blood that saves lives. And a lot of times people are compelled to donate when something bad happens. And our mission and our job is to educate folks so that we can get ahead of the curve and keep 3 days of inventory on the shelves. Mm-hmm. So we're in a decent spot right now, but we're on the streets every day trying to inspire people to join our mission. One of our big projects that we're proud of is Versity on King, which is part of the Thrive on collaboration in the Gimbel Schuster building on Martin Luther King Drive. And next year, we're going to open a destination center there. It'll be a blood donation center, but it'll be more than that, because we've realized that we can't be transactional with our relationships in the Black community. We need to do things that are intentional and that show that we're there to stay. But the reason that we're there is because not enough people that look like us donate. And so for disorders like sickle cell disease that disproportionately affect us, the race can matter. But I like to say that, you know, Black folks have a superpower in their blood. 44% of Black blood donors will have this rare trait that makes their blood more likely to be able to be a match for a sickle cell patient. And that 44%, like that is way higher than what we would find in other races.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. NBA free agency is off and running. The Milwaukee Bucks making headlines this morning, agreeing to a 4-year, $107 million deal with free agent center Miles Turner. At the same time, the Bucks also releasing guard Damian Lillard and stretching out the remaining of his contract in order to make the move for Turner. Milwaukee also agreeing to a handful of 2-year deals with multiple players, Kevin Porter Jr., Torian Prince, and Gary Harris. And lastly, over to Major League Baseball, where the Brewers will begin a 3-game series on the road in New York to take on the Mets. That first pitch tonight is scheduled for 6:10. Freddie Peralta expected to get the start for the Brew Crew. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Salute to the Wisconsin Slayers youth football team. Look, I love bringing mentors in. And the thing is, many times the struggle is real. And we see things on TV when it comes to the youth. And there's a lot of youth that are performing in these leagues, that are doing things that are, they're on camera, but they're on camera doing something positive, making their life better, but we don't get to see that many times, or we don't pay attention to a lot of that culture. But there's a lot of young people that are out here making the right choices, making the right decisions. If you watch TV, you won't even think that, You won't even think that. You see a couple cats out there doing the wrong thing, but it's tons of leagues, tons of AAU teams, tons of youth league football teams, tons of mentors out here. And this is where we got to flip the scale. This is where we got to start bringing these people to the forefront. Our mindset has to change and pay more attention to those ideas that are helping instead of understanding what the problem is. And that's what my movement, my future movement moving forward, it ain't about the problem. It's about what can we do? Who is doing something? And that's how we make the impact, by supporting those that are already moving on the front lines. We ain't got to come up with nothing too drastic. We just got to switch our mind frame to help those that are already doing the work, that are willing to do the work. And many times those people are not being supported, or not, their light is not shined on the mentors that are out here really turning around a lot of the lives of these young people. And then if you listen to what the coach said, and this is important, sometimes parents will have a child that's extremely talented, and you would think that that parent would pour into that child to water them. And that's some of the biggest problems with the mentors, that the parents who should be pouring into the kids, they're not pouring into those kids. And that's the difficult thing about being a mentor. You're not their parent. You may be helping, you may be disciplining, you may be giving them great advice, but they got to go home to the parent. And sometimes it becomes a problem because those parents are not, doing the best that they can, or whatever the situation is not allowing the child to fully blossom. So we got so many different situations. That's why we got to bring them real conversations to the air so we can understand how to make the adjustments. I'm telling you, some of these young people running around here is not because they probably want to be running around here. Do they have the people at the house that are doing what they can do to make sure that they're shaping them in the correct way? And that could be a problem with some cases. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is. There's never one issue. It's multiple things going on at once. So thank God that we get the mentors in here to listen, so we can listen to hear what they're talking about and get involved. Once again, powerful conversation we had with the youth football coaches. Once again, without that element, you don't get a Tory Lowe. Without mentors willing to take on some of the responsibility of discipline and skills, improving skills, you don't get a Tory Lowe. And that's the truth. And that is the absolute truth. So salute. Once again, I cannot thank all the mentors that are out here with the right hearts, with the right intentions. And many times, like I said, you see mentors coming on to the show or coming on the news saying that they can't even get a check. They not even getting a check. These are the first people they need to get the check. They should make sure those checks are cut, because they're out here dealing with these youth and they're already underpaid. That's not even enough money. Y'all say the teachers ain't making enough money. Try to be a mentor. Because you going out of pocket. Half of them checks go right back into the youth. So every time, I get money, like if I get money, it goes right back into my movement to help people. It goes right back into what I'm doing. It fuels what I'm doing, every last penny. So I can only imagine being a mentor and dealing with the youth on a consistent basis where they need things. They may need a pair of socks. They may not have the shoes. They may not have what they need to pay the fee. And where you think that money coming from? Some of these mentors. So salute, 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 salute. And I thank you. When we come back, we'll have more discussion, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Good Karma Brands would like to send out a big congratulations to Tory Lowe. Tory recently received a proclamation from both the city of Milwaukee and Milwaukee County. So going forward, July 5th will now be recognized as Tory Lowe Day. Tory's activism, advocacy, and hard work makes Tory more than deserving of this recognition. Tory's family at 1017 The Truth celebrate Tory for always being about that action. And we know this is just the beginning, and there is so much more to come as a result of Tory's efforts and leadership. Congratulations again, Tory.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. The Pella Experience Center in Brookfield lets you see, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of windows and door options from 7 different Pella lines side by side. A friendly expert can go over Pella's endless possibilities for all price ranges, from colors to hardware to custom designs, ensuring you get the best possible look for your home. Pella truly believes that quality windows and doors don't have to be expensive. With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the U.S., you get the look you want at a price you can afford. Stop by soon, because if you order by July 31st, you can get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Certain restrictions apply. Visit the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. It's off Blue Mound Road, kitty corner to Cops, or schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey everybody, it's Sherwin Hughes, and I got to tell you about one of my absolute favorite places in the city, Mr. B's Privileged Lounge, located on the northwest side of Milwaukee at 8617 West Brown Deer Road. Mr. B's is your go-to destination for comfort food, an incredible drink menu, and live music that keeps the vibes going all night long. So whether you're winding down or if you want to turn up, Mr. B's has the flavor, the energy, and the atmosphere you've been looking for. Mr. B's Privileged Lounge, privileged to serve.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Wisconsin's own Gruber Offices. One call, that's all.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'm still crying. Steal from you, then help you try to find it. Run that money up so you don't never feel that pain again. I bought matches, I can't get left in the rain again. If getting away of this, we put that flame to them. If they some threats, get them right now, don't play with them. Look, bro, say highs, they some threats to us. We got money, big bro, highs, they gon' get to us. I say, look, bro, don't never think you can't be touched. I don't care how rich you is, they shot at Trump and down there landed.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Truth Nation. Violence is a problem that affects us all, but together we can make a difference. The award-winning 1017 The Truth wants to ignite positive change and bring awareness to the senseless violence occurring in our community. That's why we're hosting the 3rd annual Truth Walk Against Violence, led by myself on Saturday, July 12th. From Victory Over Violence Park down MLK Drive, right in front of our studios right here at the 3rd Street Market Hall. Over the next month, I'll be speaking with politicians and community leaders about how we can better provide resources to stop the rise of violence. If you want to join the fight to stop the violence, go to truthwalkagainstviolence.com. That's truthwalkagainstviolence.com right now and sign up for our Walk Against Violence, supported by 1MKE on Saturday, July 12th from 9 a.m. to noon. It's going down. We having a great time. No matter what we do, long as we're together and doing it with great intentions, positive change is sure to come. You know what I see, DJ Brother Z, in the chat? They got the number one contributor to the chat now. We got crown rankings. I guess, all of the people that are coming to the chat, I guess they seeing crowns. This is my first time seeing the rankings of the people that are participating in the chat. So salute to everybody that joined us in the chat. Everything you do, all that you contribute to the show. Salute, salute, salute to the chat as usual. But we got Brother Love on the lines. I don't know, Brother Love. I might just have to ask you the question of the day because I haven't presented the question of the day. We had guests. So I might have to. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. You might be a little early, but you want to talk about? Come on with it. You know what? I'm gonna let you add your comments on the mentoring. Then I'll ask you the question of the day. I was gonna say the question of the day for the top of the hour, but what is your feelings about the mentoring that's going on?
My thing is, Tory, and it's a twofold question, and I just and I commend you. I commend you on your positivity and the things you're doing with the youth, and that's your lane. I respect your lane, but my lane, I want to coach. I would rather, I would love to see you continuously do this, and to continuously coach grown men and grown teams. Because you know what I mean. I can't really
be like
coach
a
young
coach
kids.
to a grown, like semi-pro team or something.
Yeah, because I ain't really good with the kids. You got to be. That's a gift that you got to be to do that. But okay, I said that. Okay, now I want to switch over, brother.
Football. They do got flag football leagues now.
Yes, and those brothers, that's like a brother that's a cook. I do hair, so I do hair, do nails and stuff like that. So I don't do masculine things. But I want to switch over to, brother, like you have what you have coming up on your program about things that's for the youth. So I just want you to continuously do that, and I appreciate that, and I like that, and God bless you, brother. Keep up the good work.
Hey, thank you, Brother Love. Like I said, this is where we at right now. It's about shining the light on the whole spectrum of what's happening in our neighborhoods. And many times we get stuck on what's not happening. But I got to do it all. We got to have it all. We got to make sure that we continuously evolve into what can we do. And once we see what's out there, like if y'all want to help out with these mentors and they give their information, Truth Nation, get active. Be a part of that action. I've done this since I started the show. And I'll never stop allowing the real work, the people on the front lines that's doing the work that sometimes are off to the side because we pay so much attention to everything else. No, this show is about front line advocacy. People that will leave their kitchen table eating dinner to go help the community because it's what's needed. I understand what I'm saying, Truth Nation. But we got Black Conscious on the lines. Can we get Black Conscious? Do we got time or we got to wait? Or we got to run the break? Black Conscious, I'm going to hold you over to the top of the hour. I will get to you, and I'll give you the question of the day as well. Hey, look, when we come back, I got the question of the day, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe. Truth Nation, it's that time. Summerfest is finally here. Come and enjoy the world's largest music festival from Thursday through Saturday this week. Many of music's top artists will be coming to Summerfest, and not only can you see great music performances, you can watch me do the Tory Lowe Show live from Summerfest from 1 to 4 on Thursday and Friday. Do not miss out on all the powerful music and entertainment at Milwaukee's biggest summer party. Get your tickets now by visiting summerfest.com.
Truth Nation, let us talk our ish for a moment. There is no other station in the country where you get a front row seat to hear from some of the biggest names in politics, pop culture, and sports. People like Grammy Award winner John Legend.
Knowing that fight isn't over, knowing that we've got to stay motivated and stay inspired. Glory was the song that myself and Common wrote. Two brothers from the Midwest, from Chicago and from Springfield, Ohio.
Oscar Award winning actor Don Cheadle.
I know that we're the bright, shiny thing that sometimes gets the attention, but I would say don't listen to celebrities. You don't have to listen to us. Listen to yourself.
And President Donald Trump's son, Don Jr.
When did we have a strong economy? And I don't think anyone with a straight face can say right now. And the reality, when you look at it, it's not even voting for my father. Look at the team that's now surrounding him.
Tap into the award-winning and nationally recognized 1017 The Truth by downloading the Truth app and streaming us live at 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Milwaukee Black Talk.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
We're not adults, so just be there and listen. I just want someone to yap to. And I just feel like I'll be fine if someone just hears me talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
You're doing a really good job. And I don't think I tell you that enough. And I know sometimes we get into it and it's just hard on both of us. But, try to understand me more and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
We are the home of Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 1017 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Acts of vandalism targeting pride flags near Madison churches are now under investigation. Police say multiple flags at Luther Memorial Church were cut down sometime from the middle of May to early June. In a separate incident, a flag hung on a fence near First Congressional Church was torn between June 8th and 9th. No one has been charged in either case. The Wisconsin Joint Finance Committee Budget Committee is set to take votes on the recent approved state budget today. The deal includes a more than $1 billion tax cut, increased Medicaid funding, and a boost for the UW system. Co-chair of the Joint Finance Committee, Howard Markline, says this.
We're proud of the work that we've done so far and proud of the work we're going to be doing today. This budget has involved an awful lot of compromise, both between the houses as well as with the governor's office. So a budget is a compromise, and this budget is certainly one of those.
The full legislature is planning to vote on the budget Wednesday. Morale at the Milwaukee Police Department has taken a hit after the line-of-duty death of Officer Kendall Corder. The president of the Milwaukee Police Association, Alexander Ayala, says this.
Those officers that arrested, I would not even say his name, but that arrested that coward, they showed the utmost professionalism to make sure that coward goes to prison for the rest of his life and that he gets his due process.
Governor Tony Evers has ordered flags to fly at half-staff until sunset today, as well as the date of Officer Corder's internment, which has not yet been announced. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 1017 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 1017 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we got the question of the day. My question of the day, since we're talking about mentors and people that are doing great work with the young people, I want to know what your superpower is. What is your superpower? You know, what is the thing that you do that you know that you do that nobody else can't do better than you do? Okay? What is your superpower? We all got to give, but I want to know what your superpower is. It was a great conversation that I saw the other day about people and them talking about just their gifts and their superpowers that they can give to help others or help themselves. And I want to know, what do you believe that your superpower is? DJ Brother Z, what is your superpower?
Probably pressing buttons.
What you mean pressing buttons?
Like the hockey buttons and
okay.
Stuff.
Boing, boing, boing.
Oh, wow. Hey, you pretty good at it. That's a superpower. Well, we're going to bring Black Conscious on the lines. Black Conscious, how you doing, brother?
Knowledge yourself in good health, as always. It's a beautiful day to be alive, and I am thankful that he kept me through the night so I can make this day right.
It's sounding powerful.
Yes, sir. But you know what? On that last segment, you really spoke to my heart, because you know I truly believe in pouring it to the youngsters, man, especially our boys. And you know, last year I coached my grandson's team. But, you know, that was all of some volunteer, man, because I saw the need. And nothing more precious than your time, more than any riches you can have, is to pour into these youth. And not to what you said, Tory, it's not about $1, but it's about giving back in any way you can.
Mm-hmm. That's the truth. A lot of these brothers, no matter what they could get, they're pouring it back into the youth.
That's right, man. And, you know, everybody was talking, you know, I had all these teachers around, not to knock on the teachers, they doing it. But I saw a need, you know, and the need presented itself, and I stood up. And boy, did I learn, as much as I was teaching them, I learned a lot about myself and about them. And I saw the importance of being there for them. You know, like you said, they got their parents and this, that, and the third. But, you know, I saw in them, I believed in them, and helped them believe in themselves with the foundation of education. Because if you ain't right in school, you ain't playing on this team. And, you know, they bought into it. Now, every day wasn't a great day, but they bought into it.
That's powerful. And salute to you, Black Conscious, because you come on and talk about knowledge of self and things like that, but you're outside doing what you're talking about and putting yourself in a space to contribute. Everybody do a little. Nobody ain't got to do a lot. So salute to you.
I received that, brother. I received that. My superpower will be love without judgment. Meeting you right and dealing with you where you at, you know. But I ain't a killer, so don't push me. But at the same time,
oh wow,
my superpower is seeing people, acknowledging people for whatever their life may bring. That's still worthy of being acknowledged, because you know that's all people want to do is be seen and be heard.
Exactly. And you are good at, you saying you're good at just acknowledging the fact that is something that you do well.
I'm working on it. I'm getting better as I go. So I would have to say, yeah, you know, especially the youth. You know, they just want somebody to know that they're there for them. And they truly know when you are, you know, loving them or, you know, judging them. But, you know, they'll call you out on yours. But, you know, you deal with the youth on a frequent basis. You know, they know when you're genuine and true.
Hey, look, you can't fool them.
No.
I
mean,
that's
you
the
can't
one
for
thing.
a minute until they.
Well, I'll tell you this: they're gonna be watching you the whole time.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And you know, the last thing you know I want to do is come off as a hypocrite. You know, tell them something, you know, and then go back. Nah. So you know, I try to install good values in them with the foundation of education, respect. Also, you know, I don't care what your parents went through and what they're doing. That doesn't mean your life is going to be that way. That's them in their life. You're going to have your own life. So I practice and preach to them all the time. Their circumstances is not your life. You're going to have your own choices in life. So give them some grace and mercies, and you know, stay out of grown folks' business, and you'll be all right.
Hey, that sounded powerful, Black Conscious. Once again, I appreciate you for calling in and just throwing that into the atmosphere, because right now it's a time to see what can we do. And many times we'll dwell on what's not happening. And I think that we've done that enough to where we're not getting anywhere. So let's flip the script. Instead of bringing conversations who ain't doing what, let's put in the conversation of what is being done and how we can improve what we're doing.
Speaking on the truth, brother. Speaking on the truth. Live righteous, Milwaukee.
All right, Black Conscious, thank you for tapping in. I want to talk about this story. It's a story where I saw online. It was a video that's going viral that shows a full-size robot casually walking down 7 Mile Road in Detroit, in a city in Detroit. And these are one of those, have you ever watched the Will Smith movie, The I, Robot? Have you ever watched that movie? Like, now they got these robots that are, people are seeing them, and now these robots are actually being used in certain kind of combat leagues where they got robots going to war, fighting each other. Robowar.com, I guess that was the company that's based in Detroit, and they're hosting a massive robot gladiator battle show coming up. But they looked out, somebody was driving down the street, and they got these robots, and they can run on their own. They can move like on their own without no supervision. We got some video of this, like just the raw footage if you're watching as we broadcast live. Only reason I want to talk about this because these robots now are being bought and used in a way where they're battling each other, like robot battles. But this was the first time I've seen these robots actually walking down the street without nobody around. And I kind of got the illusion or the idea where when I look at iRobot, and now instead of having police officers, it may develop to where they may have these robots walking down the street. And they have the sensors to tell who's around them and things like that. They got these sensors that can detect cars. Have you ever been in a Tesla, DJ Brother Z?
No.
Well, when I'm in a Tesla and they got the screen where they can drive on its own, they got this device in there where they can see the surrounding cars and people. So if these robots have that same technology, they can eventually go into trying to patrol some of these neighborhoods. I don't know. But I'm seeing, if you're watching as we broadcast live, they're recording these robots that are able to just function and move around people. They don't run into nobody. They know how to cross the street. They got GPS where they can see, exactly where they're going and some type of tracking system. But I'm going to tell you this. We laughing and seeing it right now, but don't be surprised if one day they saying that we got a shortage of police officers. Don't be surprised if we start seeing these robots walking through the neighborhoods and stuff like that. And trust me, you're not going to get up on top of them because they're going to have the sensors to see who's near them and who's around them and everything. So here we go. This was the first time that I seen when I was online that these robots are actually like walking through neighborhoods. Like usually you see them in the test facility where they testing them out. But now they're starting to be a part of, they're at combat events, Robo War events and things like that. But this one, what I say, okay, this is a flash of somebody driving down the street, seeing this robot walking on its own down the street by itself without nobody around. Okay. To me, that could be the beginning of what I say, where these robots are actually, they may, start patrolling. They may use these things to patrol some areas. I don't know. We probably a little bit far off from it. But I wouldn't be surprised if, in a couple years that we don't see robots with that type of technology looking like the Will Smith movie. If y'all watching as we broadcast live, I'm showing some of the clips. This ain't too far from happening. But the iRobot, ain't that the name of the movie, DJ Brother Z? It's happening right now. But they not out patrolling. They not, they're not being used like that. They got the robot dog. They got some robots that in some police departments, we talked about that a while ago. We talked about some of the robots like the dog idea where, if it's a bomb threat or something like that. But now they got these iRobot-looking robots. And now somebody saw one walking down the street in Detroit because it was a part of an event. But I'm telling you, we not too far from robots being able to patrol our neighborhoods. And I'm going to tell you right now, if the robot take an aim at you, it's going to be a direct hit. You're not going to outrun. The robot going to have a better precision if they do get some robots. If it say freeze, just stop. Because if the robot start blasting, it might hit you right in the noggin off the first time, off the first shot. I don't know. I'm just seeing signs, Truth Nation. I ain't saying nothing, DJ Brother Z, but look at, if you are watching as we broadcast live, and look at these robots, how they running around, agile, everything, like able to avoid traffic, able to avoid people. Okay, they got them now. They here. They just not using them. They just not using them the way that I can see that they're going to do. Okay, so just a heads up. Just a heads up. Now, it's another story that I want to do a follow-up on. Remember the 10 inmates that broke free from the New Orleans jail facility, and this Anton Massey, he was caught over the weekend. This was going viral on the internet. I wanted to talk about it yesterday, but we got too far away from it. But we've been talking about who was going to be the last one standing, and I guess it's one left. It's one left, and it's the Derrick. The Derrick Groves is now the only New Orleans Justice Center escapee that's still free. And everybody said that Derrick Groves was going to be the one to be the last one standing. But this Anton Massey, they said that he wasn't even too far from the jail, DJ Brother Z. They said he was like 2 miles from the jail in an Airbnb. And he's the one that asked for Donald Trump and asked for people to come and help him because he was innocent. But I guess he got locked. Eventually, you're going to get caught. Because them $50,000 rewards, hey, I don't know how long you sitting around somebody and they helping you, but then they looking to seeing that reward. And then when that reward get up to like 50,000, hey, Christmas coming up. You know what I mean? I love you. But now I'm going to have to make this phone call. Let me go to the bathroom. Hold on, I got to use the bathroom. We got video of this capture, I guess. If you're watching as we broadcast live, let's listen.
Jailbreak from the Orleans Justice Center. A 9th escapee has been caught. Now, Antoine Massey is back in state custody and on his way to Angola. Good evening. I'm Devin Bartolotta.
And I'm Sharice Gibson. Massey joins 8 other inmates who have already been captured the last more than a month ago. And surprisingly, he was found only about 2 miles from the jail.
Amelia Strahan headed to Holly Grove shortly after his arrest and has the latest.
9 down, down, 1 to go. Over a month after 10 inmates escaped Orleans Justice Center, police arrested Antoine Massey Friday afternoon.
Yeah, it's a pretty quiet neighborhood. You know, it's kind of shocking.
The 33-year-old's final moments of freedom ended at this home in Holly Grove, less than 2 miles from the jail. The woman who owns the house where he was found didn't want to show her face on camera, but said she rented the space out on Airbnb and was shocked when she found out the fugitive was on her property.
Because I'm frustrated, too. I don't know what's happening. They say this is going on, and I get here and I don't even see a cop.
Another resident on the street describes the block as peaceful and says he was surprised to see unmarked cars lining his block.
It didn't really scare me because I was glad that you all got me. I was hoping you'd get the other one.
Authorities say a Crime Stoppers tip led to the arrest, ending a weeks-long multi-agency manhunt. NOPD Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick said the tip came directly to Orleans Parish Sheriff Susan Hudson.
When the community believes and trusts their police departments and their law enforcement agencies, they work cooperatively.
According to police, a Crime Stoppers GNO tip led to his arrest, and they say Massey didn't put up a fight.
All of these captures have been able to be done peacefully.
Let me tell y'all this about when they put them awards, them rewards out there. Okay. I mean, the Crime Stoppers, I'm telling you, that's exactly what happened. I mean, he was out for a while, he was partying. He was making social media videos. He was all in the videos. And somebody was like, you know what? I got to use the bathroom. I got to go. They seen the reward money and they hit the Crime Stoppers. And it came straight to the sheriff's department. That means that they want them to know that I'm telling you exactly where he at and I want my reward money. Because sometimes it can get funny when you call in anonymous. So to get the reward money, you got to be like, hey, you got to give real information, and sometimes it was a story that the person that filed, or not filed, but they called in and told, and the person got caught, but they didn't get the reward money. So that story is out there, and now they like, okay, I'm finna call directly to the sheriff's office. I'm gonna call Crime Stop. I'm gonna call to the sheriff's office. I'm gonna get that money. So we got one more left. Derek Groves, he's out here in these streets. Let's see how long it takes for them to get him. They saying he was like the true mastermind behind all of it. So he probably somewhere, I wouldn't be surprised if they put that reward money up to like a little bit higher. Hey, they gonna have him pretty soon. When they get to 50,000, that's tough. When they get 5,000, they may be like, oh no, I ain't gonna do that. But let it get up to 50,000. Let's see. DJ Brother Z, would you turn me in for 50?
100.
Oh, they have to go up to 100?
Yeah.
Okay.
100 minimum.
Okay, yeah. At least put some kind of resistance in. You my boy.
75 cash. 100.
What?
The check.
Okay. If they're using a credit card, you got it. Oh wow. Also, we got to run the break. When we come back, it's a story about, they say that the man passed out at work. He lost his life while he was on the job. I want to talk about this because a lot of people keep telling me, Tory, don't work so hard because one day, you want to make sure that you're able to continue to help people. And I listen, self-care. But then I saw this story, and I got to bring it in front of Truth Nation because a lot of people was telling me, Tory, you need to take a break. And I was like, nah, I'm going to work. I'm going to try to get it done. I'm going to try to finish out these couple things I got left. But after I seen this story, I don't know, Truth Nation. I might have to take me all of vacation. I think I got 3 weeks worth of vacation. I don't know. But when we come back, we're going to have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on July 1st.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the New York Mets.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in July 1st at 6:10 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Truth Nation, are you looking for a fun opportunity to showcase your clothing line, restaurant, nonprofit organization, food truck, or small business? Well, look no further than doing it at our Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School. We are currently accepting vendor applications for our festival. You don't want to miss out on this great opportunity to promote your business and be part of all the fun. To be a vendor at Truth Family Fest, visit truthfamilyfest.com and sign up today.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's 101.7 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. The Pella Experience Center in Brookfield lets you see, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of windows and door options from 7 different Pella lines side by side. A friendly expert can go over Pella's endless possibilities for all price ranges, from colors to hardware to custom designs, ensuring you get the best possible look for your home. Pella truly believes that quality windows and doors don't have to be expensive. With a range of affordable options and products assembled in the U.S., you get the look you want at a price you can afford. Stop by soon, because if you order by July 31st, you can get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Certain restrictions apply. Visit the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. It's off Blue Mound Road, kitty corner to Cops, or schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
I got money, I wasn't the try kicking doors, and I'm just being honest. If you want smoke, then we cook up like an omelet, I'm just being honest. Throw me a 60 if I go to Magic or Honest, I'm just being honest. I keep a stick or a blicky in case it gets sticky, I'm just being honest. In case she know that I'm with it, I'm having this chicken, this chicken, I'm just being honest.
It's the last weekend of Summerfest, Milwaukee, so come and enjoy the world's largest music festival while you still can, Thursday through Saturday. Many of music's top artists will be coming to Summerfest. Check out T Grizzly, Ira Star, Ray Nitty, 310 Baby, Steve the Stoner, 414 Big Frank, and more. Do not miss out on the fun at Milwaukee's biggest summer party. Get your tickets now at summerfest.com. Summerfest is presented by our founding partners, American Family Insurance. And thank you to our official Summerfest food provider, Major Goolsby's. Hey, look, I love the burgers from Major Goolsby's. Oh, my goodness. Powerful. Hey, look, we got to head over to this Dallas situation where a Dallas postal worker collapsed and dies while on the job. 51-year-old Dallas letter carrier Jacob Tyler died over the weekend after collapsing on his route. Now, I'll say this. They think it's because of the heat exhaustion or whatever, and many times that can happen. You know, they're still looking at the autopsy to see what the causes of death were. But passing away on the job, they say he just kind of passed out. And it's making me, wonder, because somebody was telling me, hey, Tory, you don't need to be working. And it was getting hot the last couple of days. And then I saw this story, Truth Nation. They saying that he was 51 years old. And they saying that it was another letter carrier that died too of heat exhaustion. Now, I've been out to Texas, and Dallas is extremely hot. Like, when it gets hot in Dallas, it's way hotter than Milwaukee. We wait till it get hot only to complain that it's hot. Like, we don't have it like that. We don't have it like how Texas got it, where it's some places is like extremely hot. But I'm going to tell you this. When I saw this story, it made me think like I may have to start taking some of my vacation time, DJ Brother Z. But in this case, they're saying that it was because of the heat. But do we have any video on this? We got video of this, people talking about this situation. I like to play the video from the areas because I'll tell you this. You got to make sure that you never know when something is going to happen to you. We had Eddie B in for the Walk It Out fashion and hair show that's coming up. And he said he was just at work when he started, his health started acting up on him. So I don't want that to happen, DJ Brother Z. But we got some video if you're watching this. We broadcast live. Let's listen.
Dallas postal worker collapsed and died while on the job over the weekend. Hello and good evening. I'm Steve Eager. Authorities are still investigating whether or not heat played a role in the death of 51-year-old Jacob Taylor. Fox 4 Stephen Dow is in studio right now with more. Stephen?
The death of Jacob Taylor comes 2 years after Eugene Gates, who was also a letter carrier, died of heat exhaustion. In this case, we don't know if heat was a factor. The high Saturday was 94 degrees.
Unfortunately, I have to begin with a solemn note. On Saturday, June 21st, Jacob Taylor, a letter carrier in Dallas, Texas, died while doing his job.
That was the National Association of Letter Carriers president informing lawmakers about another postal worker who lost his life on the job. It was a congressional hearing Tuesday on safety protections for postal workers.
When tragedies happen, you don't expect them to repeat themselves.
Kamitra Lewis is the NALC Branch 132 president.
It's just becoming a lot to do the job.
2 years ago, her union experienced the death of another carrier, Eugene Gates, who died in extreme heat.
I became friends with his widow. And when I got the news on Saturday about JT, my heart went out to her.
In reference to Taylor's death, the post office sent a short statement saying the incident remains under investigation and they don't have any comment at this time. An autopsy was done this week, but it's too early to tell the cause of death.
And hoping that it was not heat-related, because it would put another scare upon the letter carriers.
Following the death of Eugene Gates, USPS was fined by OSHA for failing to protect him from extreme heat. Lewis says that case is being appealed and is tied up in court. The union is urging USPS to allow them to work earlier before the hottest part of the day.
They did comply in allowing them to come in early in some of those offices where we filed those grievances. But in some of them, even when we filed grievances and we prevailed in the grievances, they still went back and changed the times to later.
Hey.
So it's just a constant fight.
Lewis wants workers.
Hey, look, DJ Buzzy, I'm gonna tell you this: if I'm these letter carriers, when it's hot, especially out there in Texas, when 90-some degrees, and you out there delivering mail. Now, sometimes the rules that they have, on the time limits, you got to deliver the mail and things like that. Like, I got people that I know that work at the post office that complained about stuff that was going on right here in Milwaukee at the post office. But I'm going to tell you this, I couldn't even imagine being somebody that had to work in 90-something degree heat for hours. Hey, But you know the little heat that we get here in Milwaukee, y'all complain about that. Every time it get hot in Milwaukee, y'all all on Facebook talking about where the air conditioner at. We don't even use the air conditioner. Air conditioner be like 2 days. You had an air conditioner on for like 2-3 days, and then the weather totally goes left for 60 degrees after that. But can you imagine being in consistent 90-something degrees, 80-something degrees? I'm talking about for real. Like, we playing around here in Milwaukee. Whoever messing with the weather button be playing around, but heat exhaustion is real. So make sure that y'all getting y'all, no matter what it is, y'all making sure y'all stay hydrated. I mean, even in the hot weather, I make fun of y'all for complaining when it get hot, but like I said, make sure that y'all get y'all hydration in. Make sure that y'all get y'all hydration in. Question of the day, what is your superpower? What is your superpower? I think we got time for one more call before we get Liz on the line. We got time for one more call. I guess a lot of y'all ain't got no superpower. Usually when I ask the question of the day, people chime in and say what superpower they got, but I guess but a lot of y'all flying around with the cape with the hole in it. A lot of y'all flying around helping other people, hey, y'all need to fly to where y'all back to the block. Y'all need to fly to y'all old neighborhoods that y'all grew up in and start using that cape with the hole in it. But once again, 833-212-1017 if y'all want to answer the question of the day. What is your superpower? And y'all know Liz about to come on, so if y'all better, we got time for one call, but if
You just had to say one call, didn't you?
Well, we
who it is.
Oh, wow. Here we go.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Eddie. Eddie, what is your superpower, Eddie?
Tory, I think it's the fact that I can spew credibility and veracity to other people.
You can
entertain. I'm a righteous man. I'm a righteous man, full of character, credibility, integrity, veracity, and I'm able to convey that to other people, Tory. I'm not just smart, funny, witty, articulate, athletic, and academic, Tory. I'm much more than that, and I'm able to convey that to people. And if they don't know it, they need to know it, because I'll tell them, okay? That's my superpower. That and good hair, Tory, right?
Hey.
Right, you saw the podcast. Great hair.
Hey, I got you. I'm listening. I think your superpower is stand-up comedy.
Tory, I've been promised a segment on your show now for going on 3 years.
Oh, wow. Who promised you that?
Ask the Caucasian. I think you did.
Oh, no.
I think
Don't put that out in the
on
universe.
my side with this.
Don't put that in the universe. Don't put that evil on me. But I do allow people to call in and give their perspective, and you take full advantage of that.
No, Tory, every Tuesday and Thursday for 20 minutes between, let's say, 2 and 2:30. I think it works.
I think that you should have your own podcast, Eddie. The Eddie Podcast.
Tory, I'm too shy. I'm a shy guy, Tory. People don't know that about me, Tory. I'm shy. Yeah. If I was in the room, you wouldn't know. Okay, I'm that shy. I'm just like a wallflower.
Oh wow,
Tory. I don't like a lot of attention. I like to keep to myself. I'm shy, Tory. I'm shy.
Eddie, all I can say is you share your superpower every day when you come on the air and make everybody laugh. I think that's just your true
Thank you,
calling.
Tory. Thank you.
I think that's really your true calling.
Thank you. I knew I was much more than just a colonizer, Tory. I knew when you told me I had that something special, the gift, Tory, the gift of entertainment. Tory, on that note, I'm going to go. I got to get back to painting. I got to get these windows done before the 4th of July. Have a good weekend.
Oh, wow.
Bye, Tory.
All right. When we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe. Oh, wow.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Truth Nation, you already know I gotta put you on the latest hookups at Nick Avani's. Summer is here, and Nick Avani's is bringing all the heat all month long with 50% off select items during June. Whether you're leveling up your wardrobe or just want to turn heads wherever you go, they've got you covered with top-tier fashion. Suits, shirts, ties, shoes, and more. It's all about that fresh look and confident vibe, and Nick Avani's is making sure you step out feeling like $1,000,000. Pull up to Nick Avani's on the second floor of Mayfair Mall or shop online anytime at nickavani's.com.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Dr. Ken Harris with his truth.
You know, in life, our journey is not meant to be walked alone. As much as self-reliance and independence are celebrated, we need an inner circle, a group of trusted friends who uplift, challenge, and remind us of our purpose. Your inner circle is more than just companionship. It's your compass. These are the people who see your potential when self-doubt clouds your vision, who tell you the truth even when it's uncomfortable, and who stand beside you when the weight of the world feels unbearable. You know, the value of an inner circle is not just in the emotional support, but in accountability. They hold us to our highest standards, ensuring we don't settle for mediocrity. It's through this circle that we refine our thoughts, grow in character and courage to face life's battles. Today is no exception. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, energize you, and believe in your dreams as much as you do. They will then shape your growth, strengthen your resilience, and celebrate your victories. You know, James Baldwin once said, "The place in which I will fit will not exist until I make it." Your inner circle is part of that place, a foundation for your growth, your success, and most importantly, belonging.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, weekdays from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. As BET's co-founder, Sheila Johnson has a ton of experience in media, but a lot's changed since she first got the black-focused entertainment cable network off the ground. Johnson spoke to Bloomberg about the state of media and what black audiences might be seeking out now.
I just think that the landscape and the racial landscape of what African Americans are watching is changing. And I just think that we have got such a broad perspective of people out there that want something different, especially this younger generation. So we need to reevaluate what are the goals of black media and what are the answers? What is it out there that we need to answer?
According to Nielsen, just over 50% of black viewers feel there isn't enough content on TV from people of their identity group. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. NBA free agency is off and running. The Milwaukee Bucks making headlines this morning, agreeing to a 4-year, $107 million deal with free agent center Miles Turner. At the same time, the Bucks also releasing guard Damian Lillard and stretching out the remaining of his contract in order to make the move for Turner. Milwaukee also agreeing to a handful of 2-year deals with multiple players, Kevin Porter Jr., Torian Prince, and Gary Harris. And lastly, over to Major League Baseball, where the Brewers will begin a 3-game series on the road in New York to take on the Mets. That first pitch tonight is scheduled for 6:10. Freddie Peralta expected to get the start for the Brew Crew. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, it's just two-seat rider with the ketchup inside. Red pepper paint, best believe my ride. They pose like stop signs when they rolling up. Cause when the doors open up, they open up. I'm Lamboing it, couple stacks off stage, I'm throwing it. Cause say I'm like Katrina with money, I blow this real big gravy. 3 years out of the 80s. Solos, Chabos, Dally Animals, played it. Commodores, Mirages, not the Nike Garages. It costs $250 on up to put your foot inside. When y'all was wearing rock, that was my time to shine. How many V's was y'all thinking it's McDonald's signs? I've been from the crib to the ride. 54-inch screens, 26 inches from the ceiling. Dude, the plasma look like a projector up in the living room. Homie.
This is the way I live. Little boy still pushing big.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Now, I want to talk about this situation because this was something that I saw when it comes to fireworks. Something about drones being used to spot fireworks if you're doing illegal fireworks. I don't know how true this is. If this is something that they just saying or whatever, but this is something that I saw, and they're saying this is something that I'm pulling up the article right now. Now, I don't know. Somebody let me know. I don't know if this could be. I don't even know if this could be something that could actually happen, but they're saying for the first time on July 4th, drones will be used to spot people that are doing illegal fireworks. This is what it's saying. And I'm like, what is going on? This is an article that is in the Press Enterprise. And if they're using drones that will be used to catch illegal fireworks in some cities. I don't know if Milwaukee's one of the cities, but I see something to where they say that Milwaukee sky to sparkle with drones. They're going to use drones this year instead of fireworks in Milwaukee. How can you use drones to make it look like? So are the drones gonna make it look like fireworks?
It's just gonna be a drone show.
Oh, it's a drone show that's set up like fireworks. But in this article, they were saying that they were going to start using, like, you know how y'all be on the 4th of July when all the fireworks get to popping. Now, I don't know if this is exactly Milwaukee. I'm not saying that that's the case, because I know a lot of people pop their own fireworks. But I'm starting to see articles that they're saying that they're going to use the drones in certain places. I don't know if it's Milwaukee. To fly over and see where y'all popping the illegal fireworks. But I'm going to tell you this. Last year, on the 4th, people was popping fireworks so hard that people was complaining that the fireworks next door was shaking their house. Like they was popping the real...
In Milwaukee?
Yeah. Like the real shebang, like the big bang was going on in people's backyards. And I know I had people call me and tell me that they was popping fireworks so hard that they didn't have to go down to see nothing at the lake because the next door neighbors was popping the fireworks to where it was actually shaking the house. Sounded like a big cannon explode next to folks. So I had a brother, when I was walking out of the store, he handed me a card and he said, I got them. He said, I got that fire. You know, I got them real fireworks if you want to, you know what I mean, hustling. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I think that's illegal, but I don't think that nobody ever gets stopped from doing it because it happens every year. I've never heard somebody say in Milwaukee that they have gotten stopped from popping fireworks in the city. So I don't think that's a thing here. But if they do have drones out here that they're going to fly over people's yards, I don't think that's the case. But some people don't need to go down to the lakefront because some people in the neighborhood go all the way up on 4th of July. So just be careful when popping these fireworks. And like I said, if y'all doing it on your own property, make sure that y'all are taking the right precautions. Zay the Shay says, wait, fireworks or firecrackers only illegal in Milwaukee. Fireworks or firecrackers only. I don't know. You know what? I think that, I don't even know. Is it illegal to pop your own fireworks, DJ Brother Z? I see people doing it all the time, so I don't know. Let me Google it. Maybe, matter of fact, I can Google it and see. Is it illegal to pop your own fireworks in Milwaukee? I never knew. I heard that it could have been illegal. I always thought it was illegal, but I ain't never seen the police pull up on nobody for doing it. Let me see. We're going to find out today because we got the type. We can type it in. Here we go. Milwaukee. In Milwaukee, all fireworks, including sparklers, are illegal. The sale, possession, and use of fireworks are prohibited in the city, and violating the ordinance could result in a fine up to $1,000. Damn. This is what they're saying. I see a Milwaukee Journal article from 2024. What kind of fireworks are illegal in Wisconsin? Let me see. They're saying that you'll have to leave fireworks to the professionals. The sale and use of fireworks is prohibited in the city of Milwaukee, even if you purchase them outside city limits. If you violate the city ordinance or let your kids light fireworks, you could face up to $1,000 fine. Okay, so you can't even, so what's going on? So if you can't pop the fireworks, but people popping them, and ain't nobody stopping them, because it goes on all the time. It's just like New Year's, where people get out there and get the bucking up in the sky. But we got, 4 days before the 4th of July? I don't know. Some of y'all done purchased y'all fireworks and the sparklers. They even say including sparklers. The sparklers are illegal. Hey, all right. Well, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just letting folks know. I'm just letting y'all know. And in some places, in some states, they say they flying drones over these people to find out who actually popping the illegal fireworks. I don't think it's Milwaukee. I don't know. But keep your head on the swivel if you out there if you're letting the kids run around with the sparklers, that you could get $1,000 fine. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, I'll give you my final thoughts on the show today. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on July 1st.
Turio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the New York Mets.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness, third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in July 1st at 6:10 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At
Great Impressions Graphics and Printing. They've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years from their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee. Their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance can help protect your dream home for whatever comes next. You can live in your own oasis or your own clubhouse. Whatever you choose, get the right coverage. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
For general contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, violence is a problem that affects us all, but together we can make a difference. The award-winning 1017 The Truth wants to ignite positive change and bring awareness to the senseless violence occurring in our community. Look, I'll be hosting the 3rd annual Truth Walk Against Violence on July 12th from Victory Over Violence Park down MLK Drive, right in front of our studio at the 3rd Street Market Hall. Over the last month, I've been talking to politicians, community leaders about how we can better provide resources to stop the violence in our communities. If you want to join the fight to stop the violence, go to truthwalkagainstviolence.com. That's truthwalkagainstviolence.com. Right now to sign up, salute to 1MKE supporting the walk this year on Saturday, July 12th from 9 a.m. to noon. I'm going to tell you this. Let's be about that action, Truth Nation. Let's get outside. Let's get the young people outside. Let's make sure that we're doing what we can do to reduce the violence in our communities. Salute to all of the people that came on the show to talk about how can we reduce the violence. Salute to the mentors that came in today that had a great conversation about their dealings with the young people, and salute to all the mentors that are out here making the sacrifices that it takes to change a life. It's powerful. It's powerful, DJ Brother Z. Hey, look, I'll say this. Mentors need to be supported. If you got a mentor, if somebody came forward to help you, show them some love and support. Call them today and tell them thank you. If you still got in contact with them, sometimes we forget how important mentors are. But like I said, let's do our part. Make sure that we're encouraging and supporting those brothers and sisters on the front lines. All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Tory, love from 104. Green don't always mean go. Let's get it.
All right, Truth Nation. Look, I appreciate everybody in the chat for tapping in. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody that hit the line. Salute to everybody out there in radio land. Keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go and look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next. Summerfest is back, and the award-winning 1017 The Truth has you covered with